Uh-oh. The Joran identity.
Wow.
Yaha! It's a Jordan identity. We're gonna roll right into another wave of Casey's. Hopefully I can finish this one. We're back on the mini blocks. So that's doing an adventure. We're starting back up on episode 29.
We're in Amanda James.
No, not even and. Xavier is the only one.
Xavier's the only person.
He has
Well, what
all
if
the
it's not
information on
Xavier?
his. He has all the information on his phone, on his computers. And if he tries to crash these, it doesn't matter. They can still get the information that they need. So him crashing his computer like he did with the ones when they tried to do the child pornography.
Yeah, he intentionally crashed the computers. It definitely wasn't like multiple years later.
His computers just happened to crash for perverted justice at the same time. It won't matter. It won't matter. He's not working for NBC anymore.
Emma told you that, right?
Doesn't matter who told me that. Actually, it kind of does, because she lied to you about everything.
Emma told me or not. Xavier's been part of it from the
Well, it does matter because Emma's been lying to you your entire friendship with her.
Literally from the very beginning.
Emma's not
Let
a
me
person?
just fix it this way for you. Everything anyone has ever told you, like as far back as Amanda James, none of it is believable. It's all a lie, Lauren.
Well, Amanda James was before the sting.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was their fucking point,
That was
idiot.
long before the sting.
Yes.
That actually happened in
Why are you saying it like it's a... Yes.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, I'm saying it goes that far back, Lauren. They have everything.
Oh, I know they have. Well, I don't think they have everything. Oh, God knows.
That Amanda James woman is on the website. She talks about you.
I don't think she talks about me.
I don't think she says that much about me.
Why would you think that?
Amanda James is not her real name anyway.
No fucking shit.
She also goes by Leslie.
Yeah. I had already told Emma that whole story when I first met Emma.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Emma knew about that a long time ago. So we can help each other?
No.
Sure.
Okay, so what's the name of that room?
Dude, this guy needs to
How are you gonna get
fuck
my
off.
news back?
Try everything I can to get him back.
Okay, so do nothing.
But I'm gonna tell you, Casey, I have a feeling that they've already.
Well, and boom, instantly Lauren just blew his bargaining chip.
They have been.
Instantly. I mean, didn't even think about that at
I
all.
have nothing to worry about then because all my jobs are fine and no one said anything.
These people don't care about anybody.
They care about a lot of people. They care a lot about Betty.
I mean,
they paid her back in fucking full after you stole her fucking money.
Contacted me or anything.
They don't care about
I guess
anybody.
I'm squared away.
Heartless monsters.
Oh, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is someone on here is talking about how you offered them a job at Walmart.
That I offered them a job at Walmart?
No, at Walmart.
Were
Dude,
you
boy, come on.
offering, like, a girl
You were at Walmart
to do
offering
a job
jobs.
for you?
Offering a girl to do a job for me at Walmart.
Not at Walmart.
Like an employee.
God fucking damn it.
Offered any girl any job at Walmart?
At Walmart, did you offer a girl a job?
There was a
Boom, found it.
There was a girl there that was at the counter that.
He also he never uses the term woman. It's always a girl. He's always looking for all these people who are
to let me know. And I was talking about my website.
Visibly young.
But I didn't mention my website to her. I didn't mention it. That's all I said to her was, if you want to make some extra money, let me know.
That's the worst possible thing you could say to a stranger.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that apparently at Walmart, they have like a thing in place, like a protocol, because according to this person, you asked like multiple times if she wanted to do a job, and she says at least that she's an employee there at Walmart, and she says that she is 17. You asked her to do a job, and I guess it creeped her out. So there's like a thing in place for when you go shopping at Walmart, like they notify everyone working so they know that to make sure you're not talking to anyone, like another customer or like an employee about like
That's what happens when you're the
doing
world
jobs and
famous
stuff.
town
They just have
pedophile.
like people watching
They
you.
keep an eye on you.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Like when they see you walk in, they like notify all the employees, like, oh, here comes that guy. So they know to like monitor you, I guess.
I guess I'll be going to have to talk with somebody at Walmart.
What is that going to do?
Manager at Walmart then.
What would that do for you?
Well, I don't know what good that'll do you. I mean, if you creep someone out, you creep someone out. But I mean, go ahead and talk to Walmart. I'm just saying what they're saying on here is that you apparently creeped someone out by asking them for jobs or to do jobs. You offered them like $100 or something to do a job, and
I never did that because I never offered anybody any money.
okay, well, I'm just.
Well, so you're
Maybe this
offering
person's
to
confused
you're
enough.
offering
Well, I
this
guess all
child
that
to do
really
a job
matters
for you
is
for
that
free? Are you fucking stupid?
She was underage
Does that make
and you
it
asked
any
her to
better?
do a job for you, and I guess they creeped her out. So she either told the Walmart staff or she's a part of the Walmart staff.
I never talked to anybody that was underage there.
She said
Well,
she was
how would you
17.
know?
And you called her a girl, not a woman,
What I talked to
so.
was the one. She said she had a boyfriend and was living with a boyfriend. Her boyfriend was working doing construction or something like that.
Irrelevant.
And that means she can't be 17 or 16.
You don't figure that they are going to be. She didn't look like she was.
Well, just because you don't have a girlfriend at 50 doesn't mean that's the exact same life experience.
No, I'm not 5'4".
Yes, you are.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. I mean, you're a short guy. So being tall, people, there's plenty of people who are very tall.
She didn't look like she was 17.
But she didn't look old enough to call her a woman. You called her a girl.
Regardless of what she looked like, I guess that was her age. And why did she mention her boyfriend to you?
I don't know. We were having conversation. Oh, she didn't say.
Stop trying to pry shit out of these people.
Getting her hours in, making more money or something.
This motherfucker can't keep to himself.
Boyfriend working construction and
no one wants to like go through all their fucking life story with the town pedophile. They're trying to be nice to you so you don't reach across the counter and try and kill them because they don't know what you're gonna fucking do.
To make supper or something.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, she doesn't exactly say what you said to her, but all she said is you offered her the job, and it creeped her out enough to tell someone who works there.
Well, that's fucked up.
How is it fucked up? You did it.
I barely even talked to anybody that's even.
Barely even talk. You know she's in a relationship and who she's living with. It's a little more than barely.
In Walmart, I don't even like going to Walmart.
Walmart associate comes up to me, helps me scan alcohol or something. I'm like, thanks. I don't fucking say. So where do you live? Who do you live with? You want to make some extra money on the side?
He's underage.
Fucking psycho.
I guess I'll go have a talk with somebody at Walmart.
And, yeah, embarrass yourself further.
Go talk to one of the managers and
that'll work.
ask him what the fuck is going on?
You
Here
can.
comes
I
the
don't know
guy
what
we have a
they'll tell
protocol
you, but-
against, foaming at the mouth. What's going on? What the fuck is going on? That's definitely gonna help you out.
That is royally fucked right up.
Like I don't understand
I mean,
how
they'll probably just
even
say you
how he
fucked
thinks
with
this is
her
fuck. You're the
girl and
town
offered her a job for
pedophile,
money.
right? No one comes trick or treating at
I
your
mean, that's all
trailer.
they know. I mean, even if they tell you, like, oh, nothing's going on, that doesn't mean that they're not going to stop monitoring you whenever you go into the store.
You're not gonna stop that.
Oh, you can avoid going into Walmart. I'll go to Hannaford.
Okay, good. Maybe there's less children there.
I'm going to break a Walmart, obviously. That is fucked right up.
Yeah. I would just avoid talking to women who look young, I guess.
Why would I do that?
You shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, wow, I didn't think she looked that young.
Called her a girl.
Right, but she looked younger than 51, right?
So what do you think I'm going to stop talking to people just because they don't look my age?
Yes.
Well, I'm not meaning just
Pedophile?
51. I'm just
Yes.
saying, like, clearly, if she was 16 or 17 and you said she looks young, I mean,
She wasn't
clearly
in her
she's a little
30s.
too young for you.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think that she looked that young.
Right, but I'm saying, like, clearly you did something to creep her out enough. Like, maybe you were trying to be flirty. And maybe just, like, offer the job to someone
Yeah,
who's,
maybe just
like,
shut the. Just
obviously
never
in
fucking
their
talk to
40s
anyone
or
ever again and
something.
kill yourself in your trailer, please.
Well, I wasn't even trying to be flirty with her.
I don't understand why we're having this conversation.
Well, okay, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, like, maybe
You
don't
shouldn't be breathing at this point. Every
women
single
who are
word
young.
you utter is like a
Even if
disappointment to how
they
the
don't
earth
look
shaked
that
out,
young. I mean, if they're,
shook out.
like, younger than 40, I would say, like, maybe just leave them alone.
That would mean I'd have to leave you alone.
You probably should.
I'm not worried anyway because I didn't do anything.
So
You did.
You did offer her a job or you didn't? Because if you did, then you did
That's
something.
dude. Putting Lauren's walking through the door is one step away from trespassing
If
you.
want to make some extra money, let me know. Either way, she could make some extra money.
You don't. You don't.
So
There's
you're
no
not allowed
money.
to talk to underage women.
I didn't know she was underage. I thought she was overage.
That's not
She
the
looked to me like
point.
she was in her 20s.
Okay, well then don't talk to anyone who looks like they're in their
Okay, did you
20s.
hear
You
yourself?
fucking 50-year-old fucking sack of shit.
What does that sound like to you?
Casey, what do you want me to do? Say that I asked her to pull out her ID?
No,
What the hell
don't
would
talk
I
to
do
them at
that
all.
for? I
Lauren,
wasn't trying to talk to her for any specific reason other than to tell her if she wanted to make some extra money, I had a way she could do it.
You are not helping yourself by
look
saying
at how
that.
it sounds, Lauren. She doesn't know you're offering a job for a website. She probably assumes you're asking her to, like, you're offering money for sex.
Oh, God.
You know what I
No
mean?
good.
Like, look at how
Like you didn't try to rape a child.
a man in his 50s asked a young
Oh,
woman if she'll do
why is the
something for
world
him
so not
in
innocent?
a Walmart. I have a job.
You tried to rape a child. I don't think
So
you
you
can.
see how that can be.
You're the literal
fucked up
root
that
cause
everybody's
that people
mind
have
goes
to be cautious around strangers. That's you. You've done this to this country. Jesus. A bit of an infuriating call.
Well, there wasn't anything that wasn't innocent about it on my part. It was completely innocent on my part. I can't help what other people think. That's fucked up. I'm gonna have to put a fence out in front of my yard. That's so fucked up.
You're gonna put a fence in front of your yard.
Yeah, that's so fucked up that I have to put a fence in front of my yard.
I know these fucking jackasses driving by just fucking take pictures of my house and try to get me on video.
Well, the next picture they took was wasn't necessarily a fence. It was a fucking plastic sheet of paper.
I was on the phone with you, I think.
You fucking plastic wrap. You know, rolled around the fucking perimeter of your dog shit trailer. Just made for a funnier photo.
Second driveway.
You're you're a fucking fail. You can't even like.
Sat there.
I mean, that's so fucking embarrassing.
What happened?
Just imagine. Just fucking imagine.
I
rolling out a
think it was
fucking
you. I was
tarp
talking to
to
you on the phone.
hide your shame.
And then they stopped just past my house, and then they backed all the way up to my second driveway. They went past my first driveway and went to the other because I have a horseshoe driveway. And they went to the end of my second driveway.
Just a fucking pile of gravel doesn't necessarily mean it's horseshoe driveway.
Is that when you hid in the woods?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you hid in the woods?
When I hid in the woods? No,
Yeah.
No, I was sitting in bed. I was sitting up in bed and talking to you on the phone, I think.
Oh, I don't remember. If it happened, you must have just mentioned it in passing or something. But it weren't me.
They said, maybe it was quote unquote Jamie.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's stuff on this site about some girl named Molly claims to know you.
A little chuckle. Oh, great. Well, she's gonna tell you a bunch of lies.
But I mean, all these people kind of claim to know you, right? This one says she knows you and you tried to get like nude pictures of her or something, but
She was showing everybody.
I mean, they all kind of say that, right? Like, she just said that you kind of like this, this thing stuff, like, oh, he showed me his penis, just that sort of stuff. But she talks a lot on here, it looks like. Did you hang up? Are you there?
I'm still here.
Oh.
I don't understand what the fuck people are doing. What the
I
fuck
can't hear you.
I don't understand what the fuck people's issue is. They can't live.
I can understand it
It seems like that's why they hate you and they want to see
pretty
you miserable.
well. I mean, honestly, I think I've already said it like multiple times this recording session. As it is, you try to rape a child. That's like a pretty fucking massive deal, dude.
So they kind of
You should be dead.
his life hell.
No one would bat an eye if you do all this shit to a real child and the father walks out and beats your fucking skull to a goddamn pulp.
Oh yeah,
They'd shrug their shoulders and say, "Yep, you know what?"
Molly when she was 15.
Why are you mentioning all this stuff?
I thought you wanted to know what's on the website.
I want to know what the name of the website was, but you won't tell me.
Oh, well, I'm telling you what's on here at least. So there's a group of people, they all hate you for things you've done or tried to do with like little girls, and that's why they hate you.
No, they don't do it because yes, they do.
Any reason to fucking hate.
No,
that's what they're trying to
we
do.
don't need to find a reason. There's no reason that we need to search beyond the very fucking first time anyone ever even heard of your name. Was it you doing karaoke? No, it was you face down on the fucking ground, arrested by the cops because you tried to fuck an innocent, defenseless child.
I'm sure they fucking...
You tried to kidnap her and drag her across state lines, perform sexual activity the whole way there and back, and there and back again.
There are pictures of you peeing in here.
Or Mishan.
What?
What do you mean, what?
There's a picture of you peeing, and there's a picture of you like...
You know what you sent, Lauren.
Like right in the middle of pooping.
What the fuck?
You sent that shit.
How did I even get that? There's a picture of you like mid-poop. Like you hovered above the toilet bowl and took a picture. And then there's just like the pictures of you peeing.
I don't know what's on that fucking site.
Okay.
These fucking people. I'm so sick of these fucking people.
Well, how did they get a camera in your toilet? Did Emma put a camera in your toilet?
I ain't even gonna talk about
I
it.
ain't gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, just check your toilet bowl
Convenient.
at least, because there might be a camera in there.
Casey, did they have anything to do with you calling me tonight?
No. If they knew I called you, that's why I'm hoping you don't call Jamie and tell her anything, is because I don't want my nudes getting out there.
She's been
I'm
pretty
calling you
clear
because
about
I don't
that.
think you're talking to her anymore, and you wanted answers to
If you
questions,
ask
and I gave you
if
the
this
answer.
is a troll and you ask for the 7th time, they're not gonna say,
doing
you
you a
you wore
favor.
me down, Lauren. Yeah, you're right. I'm just trying to get
Can I
more
get
shit
a
out of you.
thank you
So
for
stop fucking
coming clean?
asking.
I
You
don't
clearly
you
know
kept
something's
waiting.
wrong. So fucking hang
Holy
up and
shit.
just
Okay, well, can you
curl up
thank
in a
me for
lonely
coming clean
ball
about
and
the stuff I
die,
did?
dude. I mean, that's all that's there
I mean,
left for
isn't
you.
this stuff you wanted to know?
Thank you for coming clean about the stuff that you did,
All right, you're welcome.
providing you're telling me the truth.
I mean, I was able to confirm to you that Jamie's not real and it was Will for 2 years. And I think you know I'm not lying to you about that.
Oh, I know you're lying about that.
So, I told you about
But I
the,
came
the
up with
sign
that
they put up in
myself.
Cornville that has your address, right? It says Church of God on it with a picture of you with that, looking that dildo.
Haha.
That they put up in Cornville? Where
Yeah.
in Cornville? Where in Cornville did they put it up?
I don't know. I don't know my way around Cornville, but it's on like it looks like a light pole, and there's obviously trees.
Trees must be Cornville.
Okay, well,
There's so much nature
maybe
in
it got
Cornville.
taken down, but there's a picture of it. But that picture, that dildo though, I'm not even gonna tell you what happened with that thing.
You know why? You know why they've been able to do? Well, I told you why they've been able to do all this stuff without me
Because
knowing
you
anything
sent it
about
to
what they were
them.
doing.
Not because you couldn't see what they were doing. Because you didn't have access to the internet. It's because you willingly
What
sent
did you just say?
a picture of yourself
You don't know.
wearing, unprompted,
You don't know that
wearing
you know,
quote
right?
unquote used panties, licking a huge
I told you
dildo.
already why they
All-
been able to do these things
a million
without
pictures of
me
your
knowing anything about what
fucking
they were
penis.
doing, right?
That's all you.
Because you weren't on the internet?
Yeah, because probation
Every
didn't
single one of that is
let me
you.
on the internet for 5 years,
Yeah, you told me that already.
so I had no idea what they were doing
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
until Ashley.
I mean, you fed them willingly.
Until Ashley let me on and see what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ashley
And probation
needs
never
to
told you
be
this stuff?
No.
fired and audited because I'm tired of these. I'm
Why
not
wouldn't they
even.
tell you this?
There's no. I don't even think there's a fucking thing as pedophile sympathy. I mean,
I mean, that's kind of fucked up of them if they knew about
you're
it.
just twisted if you're just okay with the possibility of this person talking to another minor.
Right. So I'm just
Like,
confused by probation and
I don't care what sort of lengths of therapy you think you're accomplishing. If you think you're so fucking good at your job,
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
erase a fetish out of some
Probation should have told
55-year-old
you.
man's brain. It's not happening.
They told me some things, but they didn't tell me everything.
So all the bullshit that Lauren is
Well, I
up
mean, they
to
should have at
now
least told you
and
that there were
till he
calls
dies
online.
is on Ashley's hands
That way you knew
because
not to
she's
talk to
facilitating
people
this
anymore.
bullshit.
Well,
She's
they told me there were
facilitating
calls online.
a fucking sexual predator pedophile to access to the internet.
I also didn't trust probation.
He's already shown
Well, I guess you should
signs
because they're
of trying to
keeping
dance around his
everything from you, it
monitor,
looks like.
right? Telling his catfish girlfriends, "Don't say that on text. We're gonna have to do this on phone calls." He's completely fine
Mainly Maria kept it from me.
with taking any step he can think of to not get caught.
Panties, there's pictures of you with
Still.
like Jamie's panties in your mouth. I won't tell you what really was rubbed on those panties, but I wouldn't put them in your mouth again.
I don't even have them.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. You had them at one point, then they were in your mouth. I mean, they'd be more safe now than they were the moment you put them in your mouth.
Did you?
Fucking moron.
Ugh, I don't know what this is. Brussy juice?
Dumped it in the sink. Sure did.
Jamie's Brussy juice.
Yeah.
What was it?
Do you really want to know?
He says he dumps it out, but how mad he gets here is like
Doesn't matter. I
pretty
just really
proof.
drink the stuff that they sent me anyway.
Sure, dude.
Oh, okay.
I dumped it and washed it out. And
I didn't drink it at all. That's why I get fucking furious when you tell me what it was.
Tell her a little bit. And she wanted me to take a picture of me drinking that. She wanted me to take a picture of me drinking her brussy juice.
Oh.
Dumped whatever shit they sent. I dumped out and put milk and something else.
Yeah, because he's a Machiavellian. He always knows he's being catfished. That's why he's sends pictures of him peeing and shitting and spreading his ass on the roof and.
Or the call that you're salty, baby. So
Yeah, vanilla extract is not salt. I lied.
But there's probably still salt on the cap. I don't know.
Salt on the cap.
I know. I remember tasting salt.
Okay, did you put salt in it?
Must have been some salt on the cap.
Okay, so you tasted it. I mean, the salt was sourced from Will's ball sack, and ass crack.
I don't care.
So
I'm sure it was something disgusting.
It
Because
was.
what they are is disgusting.
Will held that bottle up to his ass crack while he was in his sauna and sweat into that bottle.
That would figure something disgusting. And he sounds like a fucking disgusting guy, too.
So I guess that's why it was salty.
You're salty, baby.
And
Scumbag.
Could be.
and apparently he also
It's like this shit. They lied to him to like make him feel like it was worse. I mean, I would say this is completely valid. This guy deserves the worst.
Scum people. They really are. You know that, don't you?
Well, yeah, I do.
That is fucked straight up. Fucking scum.
See how mad he is for drinking another man's cum unwittingly?
Scumbags.
Or what he thinks he did, even though he says, what, dope.
No, after I went there the one time, I got spooked. I didn't want them coming to see me.
They did all the pretending to be there with you over the phone,
Right.
over the computer.
Yeah, none of it after. Everything before going to see her was real. After that is when I had to like play along because I knew they had my pictures and they told me to.
Jeez. Whoops.
Has Xavier said anything to you?
Dude.
No, I don't talk to Xavier.
What about Chris? Has he said anything to you?
No.
I bet them two have something going on.
Sure you do.
Like a gay relationship?
I bet they do.
What a fucking... Okay, so now you're fantasizing about...
They seem to be doing favors for each other.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so this is all in Lauren's mind. Everyone... If you hate Lauren, we're all in a gay relationship with each other.
So why'd you feel compelled to tell me this stuff?
Well, because I felt bad, and I know you. The only reason I did is because I don't think that you're going to talk to Jamie. I figured you might as well know the truth. If,
no, I'm not going to talk to her.
Right. I didn't feel like I'm in any danger.
You know, you're definitely not in any danger of me talking to them.
Well, how's your mom?
She's doing good.
Damn it.
That's good. How's the work going?
Work was going good until I got laid off because down and the rates are so high right now that I'm not making any.
So one truck breaks down at this company with a fleet of trucks, and because Lauren is the lowest denominator, he's the first to go. It's not. Oh well, because he does the shit.
Yeah.
He's the worst, and so
Well, that's
they
unfortunate.
just
I'm
tell
sorry.
someone else.
What have you been doing for work?
Had to pause the recording briefly to pick up a grocery delivery, but I wanted to clarify real quick on what I had said about the before we begin. What I said about the pedophile sympathy. The reason why I don't think it exists or shouldn't even be looked at as something better than the act itself is because it doesn't, like, these people, they don't just spawn in a place and then all these people are attacking them. They've done something verifiably harmful to children, a lot of them very serious crimes against children, and I don't care what kind of therapy or prison sentence they've gone through. If you take the stance of favoring one of these monsters' well-being above a 0.1% chance they would harm another completely innocent child, you are also a monster. I will not bend on that stance. I do not understand where that sympathy comes from. It is unwarranted. It is unwelcome. It is disgusting. All right, let's continue.
I actually just got laid off last week,
Oh, okay.
and so I've been doing stuff around here and trying to get my unemployment till they don't want to lose me. They try to keep me working. They laid another guy off that's been working there longer than I have before they laid me off because they want to keep me. And they kept trying to find me work, but then my truck broke down and it broke down pretty good too. It's
like your work truck or your actual, like, the truck to get to work?
No, my work truck. Actually, my work truck I brought that right home with me. I drive that back and forth. Here in the morning.
I mean, it's not your fault the truck broke. I don't know why they would need to lay you off.
And no, my work truck. It's actually at the garage right now. They're supposed to look at it tomorrow. They got to clean the engine up and pressurize it and try to find any leaks, see what's going on with it.
Yeah, then maybe they'll hire you back.
Oh, they want me to come back. They don't want me going to work for anybody else. They want me back. They didn't want to lay me off to begin with, but my truck broke down.
Sounds like it's already given her an excuse to not find a different job when, it's taken 4 months to get this truck fixed.
Wait for my truck to be fixed.
But they want me to come back, so I can't go looking for another place.
But that's not looking too good because everything's still going up.
Dude, if it takes one truck out of their fleet to break for them to say, well, we don't got anything for you to buy, you need to find a different job.
It's hurting the economy quite a bit right now. So, but I got to wait till the 26th to get to file for unemployment.
Have you been applying for, like, other jobs?
Filing for more unemployment. Oh, of course not, because they want him back. He said it himself.
Yeah,
So of course he's not gonna.
Yeah,
that's good.
I've already been replying to some checking jobs that I get in emails.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about starting the website now that you have, like, money saved up from working? You can start the website.
No.
No, I can't because I can't be online.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Can't be online after he was online. So he blew it because of his fucking.
I can't do that.
He could not stop himself from just making unauthorized accounts, which again is another fucking step he took to try and get around his terms of release, the observation on him.
And stuff. I need to be moving around.
If he feels completely fine with trying to sneak an eBay account in, he'll feel completely fine trying to sneak a chat room account in.
She likes to move around a lot too, but she also likes.
He gets away with that for a couple months. He feels like he's in the clear. He's talking to children again. I mean, you can't stop him
a web designer and stuff,
by just letting him do whatever the fuck he wants.
She's a nurse and concentrate more on that.
How's the support group going?
it's going pretty good.
They tell me everything I want to hear. So
What is it? It's like a 24-hour support group for catfishing?
No, it's not. It's not for just catfishing. I don't know why the guy said that. I don't remember saying. I don't remember telling him that it was for catfishing.
No, what's it for?
It's
I'm not going to tell you.
a support group for people that have things they want to talk about in their life, and they don't. You don't have to talk if you don't want to, or you can talk and you can say what you're feeling, or the way you're feeling, and if you're feeling depressed or if you're feeling down, you can talk about things that are going on in your life, and nobody knows who you are. And
So it's like, what is it for specifically? Just anyone can go on there and talk?
yeah. Well, I don't know if it can be anyone. I think it can be anyone, but I think most of it is recommended by counselors, I think.
Oh, but is it like a phone number?
Yeah, well, there's a website for it, but there's a phone number that would just you can call the phone number, then you get punch in a code, and it's different days of the week and different types of subjects that.
He's being unnecessarily vague about this, so it makes me have it like makes it more suspicious than it probably would be if he just said, "Oh yeah, it's like a hotline for something something." So it absolutely makes me feel like it's something to talk about his child predilection.
What would someone talk about? Like if they called in, what would they?
I can't tell you.
Just anything that's going on in their life, like if they're having domestic problems with their spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend.
Don't believe him. He's being too vague.
Or a family member or issues with themselves or.
Is there someone like giving advice, or does it just do people respond, or what?
If you want them to, if you ask them to, they'll respond. If you ask them to, they'll give their opinion.
Counselors
they don't give their opinion.
gave Lorne off to another fucking subset of people who have to deal with this stupid bullshit. Like this guy, he's beyond repair. He's beyond fix. He should just rot in his trailer. No help, nothing. I mean, just nothing but monitoring or jail time. I mean, that's all this guy needs.
Well, that's good.
There's no reform. There's no getting better.
I talked once.
What about?
So what? You call up and you fucking listen to other people's juicy gossip so that you can never. You can always not feel bad for yourself.
What the subject was about? Was it about being catfish?
I'm not going to talk about it. What I talk about in that class, in that counseling, or in that, it's not even counseling, it's in that group.
Oh, it's not counseling?
Oh, so it's like probation.
Why are you trying to squeeze it out of me?
My fucking God.
I'm not trying to. One, having a conversation with you is not like squeezing things out of you. This is how people have conversations.
Well,
you talk. You just want to sit here in silence.
But then
he does. Yes.
The question, what you talk about in there. I'm not trying to get some kind of weird info from you.
Okay, but
just wondering, Jesus.
I've
heard that before.
When you go in a class like that, you talk about things in that class because it's things that you don't want to talk about with other people that you know.
Why are you calling it a class? You had spent like 5 minutes trying to talk your way around what this thing was, and then now it's heightened and you're not like thinking about what you're saying. It's a class again.
That's mainly what I was asking. I wasn't asking you to like tell me word for word what you said. I was just curious what you talk about in there and why they decided to make you do that.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I didn't talk about catfishing. I'll tell you that.
Cool.
So there's like 2 problems in your life. There's catfishing, and then there's your pedophile shit. Well, so is it that one?
I guess I'll let you go.
Why, you don't want to talk to me now?
You're not talking to her.
Well, you just want you. just want to sit here and not talk because anytime I say something, you
Well,
accuse
no.
me of like trying to squeeze information. So
Well, you gotta stop and think about the way I feel about this
all
stuff.
right, I won't ask questions. I'll let you go.
Well, no, you
And
don't have to let me
people
go.
talk, they ask questions when someone says something.
Well, we can talk about things. It's just when it comes to that, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna talk. What I talk
You have
about
nothing
anymore,
else to
because
talk about, though.
You know, that's my one escape, that I can talk about whatever I want with people I don't know.
Okay.
So if you were here and you and I were in the position
Don't pull
where we
that
could talk about
bullshit. You
anything
wouldn't
with each
either.
other and
You'd
not
say
have
the
to
same
worry about,
thing.
you know,
I'm not supposed to
getting
tell
out
you about this
to
stuff.
other people and not being recorded and shit like that.
You can be physically,
tell you
your
anything.
physical presence can be a deterrent
Hey.
to ask for more information.
But we're not in that position yet.
No?
Never will be.
So what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
All right, well, you got nothing to talk about. Goodbye.
How's your work going?
It's going good.
You still doing a lot of dancing? You still doing that movie?
Still doing dancing, still doing the movie, still doing yoga.
How much longer you got for the movie?
Everything's exactly how it was.
How much longer you got for the movie?
Probably like another like year probably.
Really, that long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Movies take a time. Believe it or not, a lot.
It's a long movie.
It just takes a long time to film a movie.
Well, Lauren knows how long knee surgery takes. Lauren knows exactly how long movie direction takes.
Okay.
He knows everything. Everything about timing. He can tell you when something's taking too long.
I'm telling you something.
Okay.
You've already said it, so now you kind of have to.
It's a tough decision to whether or not to tell you.
Oh my god, say it or don't say it. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. Well, we'll sit here until you decide what you want to do.
So,
hacked into my computer.
Mm-hmm.
He stole some legal papers from my lawyer.
Stole some legal papers.
Really?
Yep.
It's probably just bullshit. It's like, how did these legal papers from my lawyer get out there? Oh, Xavier must have hacked it. I mean, he
Yeah.
just completely and
And what
willingly
about-
sent them to his catfish.
They've done a lot of shit, and that's illegal.
Okay. Back on this
What
shit. I like how we
documents
had
are
talked
they?
about
Of
this
what?
for like 10 minutes straight, that other call. They do illegal stuff, they do illegal stuff, they do illegal stuff.
Oh.
Okay, well, you're not going to tell me, so goodbye.
Because it's from my lawyer
Well,
to me.
they do so much illegal stuff.
Oh.
Great.
So he's not as
I
smart
don't,
as he
I don't really
seems
care
like
if
he is.
anything does, if anybody does
Yeah.
anything illegal to Lauren. I just really don't.
And that whole group of people are not as smart as what they think they are.
Like, there's one very highly illegal thing that I think should be done to Lauren, but, you know.
That's why when I asked you before to make sure that you weren't a part of them.
It's because I'm going to take them down.
That's why I asked you as many times as I did.
Pedo Statham.
Because they've gotten in over their heads and they don't know it.
Yeah. Well, so how do you know he has the documents?
Because he's the only one that could have them. He's the
Okay,
only one
so
who hacked into my computer.
conjecture, just completely
What's
baseless.
he doing with them? They're not on this website.
He's the only one that could. Well, all right, so you've just
They're
proven
on the
yourself. You have no fucking clue what you're talking
Oh.
about. Great.
internet. The wrong person's arm.
Sarum. Dude.
Who?
Holy freaking
My
moly.
lawyer.
My
Oh,
lawyer.
okay. What does he say about it?
He's already handed him over.
You know,
Handed
buddy,
what over?
The information.
you gave your legal
Over
shit
to be done.
to someone, and now
Over
it's
to
on the
who?
internet, and so the lawyer's not mad at them. They're mad at you.
Over to prosecution.
You got
Prosecution.
the.
Oh.
You were the one that leaked that shit.
I'm
Dumbass.
looking through it now.
Great. Well, I hope he goes to prison.
So
then.
this Lorne's blunder is this magical tool that he can use
when
against
did he
other
do
people
that?
for some reason.
I don't know exactly when.
Oh.
I know it's been in the last year because that's about how long I've had my lawyer, and it was probably when he probably did it when he did whatever he did to my computer, to my
Yeah.
laptop. I haven't got my laptop fixed yet, but I go on there and all I can get is a white screen. It won't let me go anywhere, so I haven't turned
Maybe
it on.
did something to it.
I
Hopefully
couldn't-
Norton can figure it out.
I have a laptop problem.
I couldn't.
Xavier.
I couldn't put Norton on that because I can't even get onto it.
Oh.
I have to take it to get it fixed. So I don't even turn it on. I've got Norton on my phone, and after I get my laptop fixed, then I can put Norton on that. And I won't.
So what do you have Norton on then? On your
Usually when
phone?
people have
on
like
my phone,
Oh, good.
and I won't
an identity that isn't just
put it on
mired
the
in
laptop when I'm here.
a 20 credit
He doesn't
score,
know the IP address. Because he knows
they
it's
can
my
do more
IP
with it.
address
So
here.
you're not really
Oh.
If I do it somewhere else,
an
he doesn't know
interesting
the
prospect
IP address to it there.
for anyone that
Wherever I
Norton
do it.
LifeLock do
Gotcha.
anything about. Idiot.
See, these people that you were telling me were so good before, there's nothing but a hate group.
Well, don't blame it on me. I was catfished too.
I know, but
But I'm still gonna hold it over your head.
Xavier's had
'Cause that's how I know. That's the only way I can gain power
before.
is by being an abusive
There was a
bully.
woman from, I think it was Oklahoma. I had a copy of the lawsuits. I don't know if I have them now, but I don't remember if I burned that box or not. But I have a lawsuit of a lady that had gotten harassed by perverted justice members.
Never heard of this.
Put a lawsuit against them.
Completely doubt its authenticity.
They harassed her and her family.
Some more bullshit that Emma just typed up in Word and
Anything
sent
that
it
had
over.
anything to do with her. So Xavier is nothing but a worthless piece of shit. A fat piece of shit that can do nothing but sit in front of his computer and
That piece of shit.
hack
Interesting.
people.
Yeah. Crazy.
Do you agree with me?
Nope.
Yeah.
Did you know any of that about him?
He just needs to be
No,
the
I
hero.
I don't talk to him as much as you seem to think I do. I don't have anything to do with him.
When's the last time that you talked to him?
Fucking God.
What year were you arrested?
2007.
So maybe like 2009, 2010.
What'd you talk to him then for?
Oh my fucking God. They were still doing
Just
shit.
catching up. Nothing about anything. Probably
You
offered
got
me some
arrested.
pro work.
Perverted justice didn't just
Wasn't
poof disappear.
eventful or memorable.
Right.
Because
You know, a lot of them were tetrad core.
well, the show that I was in last show that they did.
Okay.
TJI.
So fucking what?
Right, well, he probably has other jobs since then.
Yeah, they went through $1.2 million in a very short amount of time.
$1.2 million. One, it wasn't that
I
much.
had all kinds of papers on him.
Two, it wasn't
Yeah.
just one person. It was a whole team that also had to ship equipment around
So,
and outsourced manpower. I mean, all these people, they're volunteers that finally got a paycheck for the years of work they've done.
Yeah, we can
Not the
talk about
3
it.
days of sting.
because I'm not sure what I can tell.
Dude, just fucking hang up.
Counselor. I know what they're going to say.
Don't know what I could say. Okay, goodbye.
I know what she's already said.
What's that?
You need to be here.
If she comes out to see you, how do you know that it's not that online group that got up the money for a plane ticket to come out and see you, and she gets there and records you?
Okay, so
That would
boom.
be insane.
You just lost your next.
Yeah, I know.
Whoops. You just lost the next your argument. They're like everything will be better
So,
if I
yeah,
come in.
they
Everything will be
lost
better
the
if I do
next
this.
round
Everything
for
will be better
my
if I do that.
ticket
And then you
for
just
me.
like, well, actually, it wouldn't be. But we're gonna pause it because we got a guest. And we're back. I got GravyTrain with us now. We just had a very, very intellectual, super in-depth conversation off camera. But now that we're back on camera, we're going to go back to our mundane bullshit. We're almost done with episode 31, so we're just going to...
I'm not allowed to say any of my base stuff on camera. I'm sorry, y'all.
Step across one line, and now we got restrictions, so...
Yep. I say one gamer word, and suddenly we're demonetized. So
Demonetized. It's pretty funny. Monetization, nowhere near that. Let's continue.
YouTube would never monetize anti-pedophile things.
That is true. That is true.
Was that too much?
No, I think it, I think it's pretty obvious that YouTube likes to shelter pedophiles, considering that half of the fucking uncut footage of people in the commission of a felony is taken out for harassment and bullying.
Why'd you do that?
Yep.
That time.
Yeah, look forward to my video on that.
Fake ticket.
Oh,
Texas thing.
he's talking about.
They wanted me to.
Oh, I don't hear the call.
Oh, I mean, was I not sharing it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you weren't even. Why would I have been?
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry for the Discord noises, everyone. Jesus.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They don't give a shit about anybody. I could have killed somebody on the way down there. If I get in an accident, could have killed somebody on the way down there.
That shit looks like boiled chicken and ranch.
Yeah, I think they wanted you
fucking
to
awful.
fall asleep and kill yourself.
Definitely doesn't look like. Oh, wait,
Crashed into a
what?
tree.
Maybe ranch has been
I
out
think
for
that's
2
what
hours.
they were hoping for.
It's like a little yellow. But anyways, this guy's talking about, oh, I could have killed someone, and then like later on, he's like, I should have been asleep. I gotta drive 6 hours down so and so in 3 hours, 1 in the morning. So he's totally fine, like willing to almost kill someone on his own time, but not if someone else goes out of their way to make him do it.
Yep.
Everything will be brought up that they've done, and all of them will be taken into consideration when they get sentenced.
He doesn't really care.
Also, take into consideration the things that you've done. Think of that too.
Yeah, but they've done more than me.
He's just trying to garner sympathy.
All I did was try and fuck a child.
Yeah, come on.
Multiple.
They're not as smart as they think they are,
Yeah.
and they obviously don't give a shit about anyone.
Yep, doesn't sound like they give a shit, really. Alright. I am gonna go eat dinner. You have a good rest of your night, okay?
Yeah, but I'm on board of this new wave of Lorne content where I say he should just take the Cornville corner too strong and fly into the woods
Next time we talk, we can.
with his fucking pickup truck. That'd be really funny.
The one single roundabout in Cornville.
They still don't know how that shit works. They drive straight There's like a
Yeah.
divot in the center where people just keep
so
going.
the road curved so quickly I couldn't turn in
Who
time.
built this fucking hill here?
Yeah, I took air.
If
fucking
Take
died.
care.
I move out there with you,
Okay, now he's talking about moving out there with Casey.
it's gonna be different.
So, all right, GravyTrain.
What do you mean?
You're talking to your girlfriend, and you have to explain to her that life is going to be different based on your prior your priors.
Oh no.
How do you bring it
Am I a
up?
pedophile?
I mean, that's what's going on here. He has to tell his girlfriend things are going to be different. People are going to be watching
I
over
know.
all our moves.
They'll find out that we're together. It won't take them all. It's important that you think about everything.
They don't really care about me as much
Why
as
would I
they care
endanger
about
my
you.
significant other in the first place? One, by being a pedophile. Two, by
Still, it's not gonna
bringing
That's
trolls
true.
into it.
That's
It's not
true.
gonna make it easy.
It reminds me of
And you have
what
Norton Antivirus 360 to fight
Norton
off
Antivirus.
you'll be good.
That sounded like a commercial.
Yeah, but
And
I
with
mean,
Norton the antivirus, I can act
when
as
we're-
like a pedophile in the comfort of my own
Yeah,
home.
with
without-
NordVPN, I can talk to children anywhere in the world.
people are gonna find out.
Holy, hold on. Do I have a commercial idea I need to work on?
They'll be
Maybe
able
I
to
can
have
send
my
it to
address
Wes. He could
because
air
it's
it, and then I can
public
And
just
then you
like
can steal it, yeah.
now, we
well,
won't be
just
able to
how
get down.
Jordan went from 0 subscribers to 0 subscribers pretty much overnight.
So,
Whenever he
what
had
are you wanting me to do?
Clobber do that his intro, his 7-minute intro.
Just look around for different houses.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna want one.
How is that going to change if they will have your address?
I'm trying to think of everything possible, Casey, because it's not gonna be.
Trying.
Don't hurt
It's
yourself.
not gonna be easy.
I guarantee you they'd find him so fast.
They can dig it.
Oh my God, it's
Us
Lauren.
together.
Pictures
Yeah, it'd be
of
like
you.
that fucking
Thing is-
Walmart video.
They wouldn't, but like in Cornville, they're gonna like pull out their phone, like, "Oh my God, it's Lord," and they're gonna move on. In Los Angeles, he's gonna get jumped. They're way more rowdy. They don't care about that stuff. They'll be like,
Yes.
"Oh hell yeah," and they're gonna
No,
just
they
jump
don't,
him.
They don't care about me. They only care about you.
Yeah, I don't imagine so. They care about you.
Well,
too.
you haven't been on the website. I have. They don't give a shit about me.
But you're not thinking about you. You was the actress that played the decoy.
Yeah, we
Lauren, I'm
We
telling you, the church people,
like her,
they
don't
it's not
like
called
you.
The Church of Casey and Lauren. They only care about you. They do not care. I have proof. I see it with my own eyes. They don't care about information about anybody but you. They blur out people's faces that are in the background when they take pictures of you in the store. They do not care about anybody else. They don't want to ruin anyone else's life, just yours.
Well, they're not ruining my life anyway.
I know we're not trying hard enough.
They've tried to.
Okay.
Well, they ain't ruining
Well,
my
not
life.
ruin your
Are you
life,
sure?
but they just want to take pictures of you looking all goofy with your belly.
Yeah, he'll complain like, "Who
They
fucking
love
told?
that picture
Who
on the
told?
website. They're like,
Who
"Holy
told the
shit,
internet
he's
I got a
not
new
so
job?"
fat."
The sex
I know,
offender
I
registry.
can't wait.
That's who told the internet you got a new
Yeah,
job.
I saw it and I was like,
Yep.
holy
The
shit.
government.
I got a little lazy during the pandemic.
Believe it or not, as an RSO, that's something you can't just hide. You're not
Okay.
allowed to.
I mean, just in like the past month since the last time you sent me a picture,
Kick.
you must have been sucking in your gut or something the
That stupid
entire
face
time.
he has in this picture.
You know
Dude,
what?
and he's a fat piece of shit too.
You know what I call that?
Got that beer belly.
I call it being human.
He's got that Miller Lite belly or Bud Light belly.
His chubbiness is being human.
I probably on the church card.
Yeah, his chubbiness is I got a little lazy during the pandemic.
Because you look at how much time they spend in front of the computer making up videos about me and doing all this retarded
That's us.
bullshit that they do.
We're doing some retarded bullshit right now.
Yo,
They've got a bowl of sugar right in front of them.
Fuck, I need a
Oh,
bowl
you
of sugar.
guarantee it?
damn it, dude.
Well, if that makes you feel
Does
better,
does
you
a
can tell yourself
Coke?
that. I don't know what the
How
people
about
look
an
like.
entire-
All I know is they
Just one of these
make
that
fun of you for
How
your-
about an
From
entire
my-
bag
from
of
my-
gravy train? Okay, no.
Feed that fucking GravyTrain. I got a packet of granulated sugar here. Does this count?
Everyone in America that's fat,
Yeah.
or in the world that's fat.
No,
I'm
they don't
so
care
fucking
about
fat.
other
I'm the
people.
fattest
They
guy
like
you know,
making
aren't I?
fun of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not not saying you're the only fat person.
I mean,
They literally
I'm
just
sitting in my
hate
front of my
you.
computer right now, and my
And
fingers.
they
Sit
You
in
think
your
it's funny because
sit in
you
your ass in your
deny
chair.
being
can
fat.
you can kind of tell
and
just based on my hands
then
how much I weigh.
They see pictures like that. They're like, look at how fat he is.
I'm not in shape right now. I know that.
I'm not Jiminy.
But I don't talk
Okay.
to them
Or you're like
And
60
what are
years
you getting
old.
all
There's no such
weird
thing as
about?
getting
I
in
mean,
shape.
because I think it's fucking hilarious that they're trying to find some way to down somebody else when they don't look in the fucking mirror. Like that guy that I let sit out here with me and talk. He talked and shit.
Well, but Lauren, they're not
all
pedophiles.
that stuff about
That's literally the difference.
Todd
That is the
asking me
difference.
questions and shit.
I could give
Well, you answered all of them.
I couldn't give a shit if somebody looked exactly like Lauren.
It was
They're not
Oh,
a pedophile. They're just a normal fucking person to me.
Yep.
Didn't dawn on me that he was fucking pressing the record button on his phone.
The funny thing is, if they weren't a pedophile, they'd probably be like, "Well, I'm not the best looking, but
how
you know."
stupid could you be?
Yeah, I'm a little fat. Yeah.
Well,
They'd have some self-awareness. I think to exist as a pedophile, you have to have zero self-awareness.
He clearly
Because if you had any self-awareness, you'd realize what a monster you are. You'd kill yourself.
well, I'm sure he did. He's a fucking
Yeah,
retard.
He's a fucking retard.
So it left
Sorry,
his four ways on, so it killed his battery.
You what?
He left his four ways on, that killed his battery. He couldn't start his car, so I had to help him start
Yeah, that
his
makes him a
fucking
retard.
car.
I imagine that was just like an excuse.
Probably
Oh,
edited
can't
all
start my
that
car.
out so
I
it-
need some help. Just to fucking interact with
I don't
you more. That'd be pretty
know.
funny.
No. What does that have to do with
Probably.
anything?
Lauren's like, yeah, this retard.
How intelligent he is.
It also shows how intelligent you are because you know he's Church of God and you still told him all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can't make fun of people for being dumb. You got to look yourself in the mirror.
Oh, I know I've done some dumb shit.
That's an
Oh
understatement.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not
Time
true.
but I'm not the real retard.
Actually, that's an overstatement.
Time I was in yard sale.
Dumb shit is not intentionally stealing $30,000 from a woman. Dumb shit is not spending a month trying to groom a child for
Yeah,
sex.
clearly you weren't thinking.
That's all calculated.
I mean,
Not
he
a
didn't
mistake.
tell you he was Church of God.
Dumb
but
shit is
whatever.
sending whoever that was on the internet $5,000.
That's more like dumb shit, yes. Dumb shit is also
Yeah, so it makes you
having
look like
suspicions
retarded,
about your
man.
catfish girlfriends and still sending them pictures of your butthole. That's more dumb than.
When somebody tells me they know all
On the
about
roof
me,
of your
okay.
house, I mean.
Like you're the only fucking one. It doesn't surprise me anymore.
Don't talk to him for 6 hours, let him hang around and pee in your yard.
Well, he
You
wanted to
certainly
be in
don't
my
talk to him
house.
for
Well, that's like
Pee in
pissing
my
on
house,
holy
I said
ground.
no. Bro, just let him use your toilet. What the
I
fuck?
wasn't making fun of my brother. I told the truth about him. He's a
Right,
piece
well,
of
that's
shit.
what they do. They tell the truth about you and all the dumb shit you've done. That's all they're doing. You say all the time, well, you know,
Like pissing on Margaret
I
Thatcher's
just
grave.
speak the truth. Well, so do they.
That's we could make it
They're
a.
just speaking the truth.
Oh, dude, he got the best case. He was able to piss in Lauren's fucking backyard. Lauren's got
That's
to
what I'm
step
saying.
around in
Pissing
the
on
grass.
whole. That's what I said.
I got
Pissing on
sugar
holy
all over
ground.
my shit.
Stupid they look.
Yo.
I've got nothing better in my life to do
but
make
like,
fun of somebody because I'm so perfect.
dude, socks.
Come on,
He
they don't
got it
look
made.
stupid.
If Lauren just let him
You're
piss
the
in the
one
toilet,
who-
that shit gets flushed into
There's
the,
so
municipal or
many
whatever,
pictures of
right?
your
Who cares?
asshole. I've seen your asshole
But
more than I've
Lauren's
seen your
got to
face.
step around in this guy's piss now for because he made him piss outside.
It's
That's
stuff
great.
like that.
I mean,
That's what I'm
honestly, the
saying.
outside is already
How do you-
soaked with Lauren's own
I don't
piss, so it
see how
isn't
you
too
can call
much. But
anybody dumb.
Yeah.
I
Still
mean,
pretty
I
funny.
don't know
His
what
toilet
these
probably
people
didn't
did,
work,
but
that's
you
probably
can't
why.
Sit there and call anyone
that's
dumb.
a good
There's
shout.
pictures of you taking a shit, Lauren. There's videos of you in the shower. There's videos of you
I've
doing
seen all of
yoga
them.
naked on the floor. There's a picture of you bent over.
I got them all
looking through
saved. We
the
can go through
taking
right now if you
an
want.
asshole Picture,
No, I'm good.
You can't
thought you
call
deleted all of them.
somebody stupid.
No, the only one I deleted was the
So
shit
many
pic because I did not want to. I did not want that on my computer.
I was stupid.
You would be mortified
Glad we got our
if you knew
priorities.
just how much stuff they have about you.
I was
And you
stupid
can
for
sit
trusting
here and
them.
call somebody else stupid.
I was stupid for trusting someone that I thought was one-on-one conversation, not knowing
Yeah.
about being recorded.
Absolutely, for like 10 years.
I knew nothing about being recorded.
That's not true at all.
You knew it was that Ramona girl.
Every single fucking argument he's had with any of his catfishes, and
Yeah,
you're
and
recording
you
me now
still
too, huh?
talk
You're
like
fake.
6
You're
other
fake.
catfish.
Come up here or you're fake. So you did
I
not
didn't
know.
they had anything to do with
And
each
as
other.
a matter of fact, after she told you You still called Ramona. And said something like, "Oh, you want me and not your boyfriend." That's insane.
Fucking.
You were probably drunk because you're hammered in 95% of these calls. You called her back and she's sitting. You're like, "Are your boyfriends in the other room playing games while you're talking to me? Who do you really want, me or your boyfriend?" I was blown away when I heard that. I was like, he just figured out that she was catfishing him for 9 months. And he's still trying to be in a relationship with her. That's insane. You're the one who looks dumb.
I probably did.
It's actively happening, so you might as well change that to a do.
He said, "My pecker is standing up, come sit on it." After you found out she was fake.
Babe, this is an exclusive
Check it out,
limited
dude. I
time
just
deal.
was
My
like,
pecker is
holy
standing
shit.
up right now. You're gonna have to get over your stat.
He knew that she was
This
in a
ain't happening
look
for
what-
another
9 months.
another 3
And he
months.
still
Look what you been
called her
doing.
and tried to date her. Begged her
Dude,
to
I have
come
that.
see him.
I have that image,
After he
that
found out her
video
name
burned in
wasn't
my
even
brain.
Ramona.
That's fucking yeah.
Look
And
what
that
you
she had a
did.
boyfriend. I was just like, holy shit. This is insane.
Oh,
It was
I
so
hope I didn't trigger
pathetic.
anyone listening to this. Just to
And
fucking
that's
that
what
vivid
they laugh
imagery.
about. That's what they laugh about.
Akira.
You keep saying they're taking pictures of us and stuff. They just want you. They just want
They
to
want
watch
me.
you do dumb things.
So, how fucking
I
smart
don't
is
want
that
them, I'm
for
not
them to
gay.
do that?
I mean, I'd say it's pretty smart.
How
You're not
smart is
talking
it?
to a real woman and
How much
abusing
of a
them,
right
so
do they have for doing
I feel like
doing
that's a
that?
worthy
Very dumb thing to
sacrifice.
do, and it
Their
is even
time
dumber
for
that you fell for it.
Cornville residents' safety.
Yet they continue
They
trying to do that
purposely
shit.
made it as ridiculous and stupid as possible. Lauren. They made it dumb on purpose.
More.
Yeah, what's that say for them?
No.
That
What's
they're
that say?
smart?
I
Yes.
don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know if they're sitting there with bowls of sugar in front of them, whatever you're saying. All I know is what they have on you. And that's what you should be focused on. Don't worry about, well, yeah, I took a butthole picture, but they probably took a butthole picture too at some point. That doesn't matter. What matters is you have a butthole picture on a website.
Right.
Right.
On something that I thought I was a one-on-one relationship with somebody.
Nope.
They
You
did
were
this
always
fucking
skeptical.
bullshit
You
to
just
put me on
chose
the
to buy
internet.
into it. You weren't
So the
just
whole fucking
blindsided
world
by
can
this.
see.
This wasn't
Yeah.
your wife of 30
So who's the one
years
that's
all of a
pissed?
sudden is like having this as a affair
You're
and like
taking
leaking
the
all this
Nate
embarrassing
Duggan
shit
picture.
online. You knew this was
There
fake.
are women you've never met. It's just I'm not saying they're good people. They're clearly bad people, but they do this stuff because you fall for it every time.
Because I trusted them. I was too
Yeah.
trusting them. I know.
Right. So that's why they do it, because they can get you to do it.
Because you're an idiot.
Why do they call your mom Gorilla Gwen? I never was able to figure that out.
Well, because she looks like Lauren with a wig.
Or Winnie/Emma is the one that started doing that. I don't know why she did that. She's fucking retarded. Because Emma's retarded. Sick ass fucking bitch.
Wow.
And you fell in love with that Winnie person.
And you
It
fucking.
was all make believe.
And you
She
fucked
said
up.
that
And
she
you had
wanted
to
to
and
eat
you
your
had to
mom's
eat sex, and
pussy,
then came to
still fell in
dad.
love with her.
Hello.
All kinds of stupid shit when she was supposedly on drugs.
Yeah, she was never on drugs because she was a normal woman who didn't poop in her pants ever or do crazy things that you thought she was doing.
That has a very sick mind. So she's not a normal woman.
Well, normal in the sense that she doesn't smear shit all over the walls and all
That it
that
doesn't
stuff.
take, it's normal in the sense that it doesn't take drugs for her to do such disgusting things and say such disgusting things. That's not normal.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean, Lauren. I mean, like, normal that she wasn't, like, this crazy person. And you say
Now we're
this
gonna play
crazy person
pedantic.
who
We're gonna
shit
play
herself all the
pedantic
time,
right
so what does
now.
that make you? That makes you even crazier.
I'm coining that term. Anytime Lauren gets technical about like the verbiage, it's pedodantic.
Must have been.
Yep.
And the one thing I was able to take away from all of
That's
it,
all he
when
has.
I looked at it, was just how
Even though
desperate you are.
who in the United
All it
States
would
say
take
things correctly,
would be
he'll
my
immediately be like, "Well, I'm
significant
not
other pooping their pants
this,
once
that,
for
or
me to
did
leave
that."
them.
Immediately try
But
to
I don't
cut
know.
down to the definition
I
of an
don't know
argument
how
instead
your
of
head
an
works.
actual argument.
Because, I mean, you were desperate for just anyone.
My head works as
This
the way
winning
that
person calls you a
Now tell us how your head
pedophile
works.
over and over and over. Calls your mom a gorilla. She poops in her pants and you stayed with her.
oh, she constantly piss me off when you say that shit.
Yeah, and you didn't do anything about it. You stayed with her.
He's not
You told her
arguing
you loved
against
her.
it. He's like, you're making me
In
mad
fact, you
saying
would
that stuff.
cry when she would break up
He's not
with
even
you.
like,
What is
whatever.
there to love about? Like, what
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not engaging with the conversation. She's saying she did all this, and you stay with him. He's like, "Well, I didn't like when she did that." You
What did
stayed
they
with
do
them.
that was lovable?
You
It wasn't Will that
stayed
I fell in
with
love
them.
It was what I
Okay.
thought was a female.
What I thought was a
Lauren, you know
female.
what I mean. You fell in love with Will. I don't mean it in a
What I-
gay way. I know how you're super against gay people. I mean it in that you took Will for 2 years. You fell in love with
She's literally
what you
stating a
thought
fact right now, and he's like,
is a
"Oh,
woman,
what
okay?
will?"
If that makes you feel better, if that makes you feel less gay because you're, for some reason, proud to be homophobic. But if that makes you feel better, I'll keep saying it. You fell in love with Will pretending to be a woman, and you fell in love with Emma pretending to be a crazy lady who pooped her pants. And you proposed marriage to these people and said you loved them.
Will you marry me?
What was lovable?
You stupid bitch, not answering
What
my
about
fucking
either of
phone
those
calls.
people
Will
did you
you
wanna
marry
marry?
me?
Casey, you did the same thing.
What about those people did you want to marry, Lauren?
Casey, you did the same thing.
And what about me did you want to marry?
You did the same thing with Jamie.
Yeah, and
My
you still
fucking
wanted to
God.
be with me.
Because I've already met you face to
And
face
not
and I knew you were.
obviously, Lauren, I was playing a character they had me play, so I didn't have my nudes released. I was an asshole to you on purpose.
We should have just taken one for the team. Then I could have had
They
your nudes.
made me be an asshole.
Dude, that'd be so funny if he like
Everyone involved
looked
for
to
the first
see if
month.
she got her nudes
And I was
released,
nice
and
to you. You
probation
said it
sees him
yourself.
searching up Casey
Yeah, you
Morrow
were.
nude.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
That's what I saw a lot in the first
Not gonna
month.
fucking slam her again.
Boom!
Forget about me.
Yeah, dude,
saying,
imagine the
what was it
fucking
about
explanation he
this
tried to
lady
pull
who
out.
pooped her pants
You
and this
understand, there
person
was Emma and
that
Winnie, and they
you
were,
in love with.
Xavier hacked her,
She didn't
Save it
start
for the
out
judge,
pooping.
retards. Boom! Slam the door
When
shut.
she started pooping her pants and doing cocaine and being a psychopath, wishing your mom was, licking her pussy and wanting you to fuck her and all this stuff, what was it that you loved? What was it about Jamie that you loved?
It was that I was already, in my mind, I was already in love with somebody that showed me the person that they were.
You do realize you can fall out of love with people who poop their pants, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's only a poop pants matter.
So what
to,
was it
Casey.
Yeah.
that made you hold on to these
I think she says something really
ridiculous
funny in this
people?
call.
Because I felt
She
bad.
talked about how she wanted to suck some dude's Dan's penis constantly.
I
felt bad, so I
that
decided to
was
devote my
leaving
entire
because they were
life to
doing
this person.
abnormal things.
Pity. It was a charity
dude,
marriage.
If that's what you have to tell yourself. Jesus Christ. I don't even, that doesn't make any sense.
Me?
It doesn't make any sense that I felt bad about the way somebody was becoming.
No.
You wanted to marry these people because you felt bad for them?
No. When they started doing fucked up shit. Winning.
Okay, well, they were still doing fucked up shit and you still wanted to marry them. And you still said you loved them. What was it that was lovable? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That was more feeling an obligation.
What was that
I'm
feeling?
obligated to
That was
spend
more
my
than an
life with this
obligation.
person.
What was it?
It's not obligation, it's desperation.
Because I didn't want to hurt them.
Different,
You threatened to leave constantly, so you clearly didn't care about hurting them. I'm saying, what made you hold on to these people? You only left Winnie when you thought her sister was available.
I don't know. My mind
bingo right there. You notice how he's backed into a corner? She rebutted every
Yeah,
single one
he's
of his
gonna
thing,
go to
and
your
then he's
default
just like,
answer of,
I don't know.
my mind was messed up. What
Yeah, he's like,
was
oh,
it?
Immediately
well.
blows it off. He
You
can
know
no
me.
longer win, so he's
Casey,
moving.
you keep asking me, and I keep telling you.
Because it's a
I
bullshit
felt
answer.
obligated, and I didn't want to hurt them.
That's such bullshit.
Oh, bullshit if you want. You got your answer. You're not going to get a different answer.
I mean, you felt bad, and then you left her for her sister.
That's why he's still in class. I showed the book already. You're not going to get a different answer.
Bad to do
You can't
that.
pry this out of me.
Yeah, I already completed the book. I wrote all these
You
things down.
didn't feel obligated then.
Why am I not getting let out yet?
Oh, God.
Well, it's because you don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, so you're
Oh,
just full of shit. Just admit you were
I
desperate.
just need a girlfriend. That's why.
That's what it comes down to. Is you were just
Guys, I got a
desperate.
girlfriend. What's her name? Well, you know.
Well, she's on the internet. I mean,
She's
the
on the
phone.
internet, and she's the girl, and she's the
Yep,
decoy.
maybe I thought about it enough.
Well, you should take this time that you're not working to think about why you do these things.
Okay, so how was it that you fell in love so fast with Jamie?
Because she was
My
nice
God.
and sweet to me until I met her, and then they blackmailed me, and then she wasn't sweet and nice anymore. You proposed to her in less than 30 days.
I know.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
you can't come at me like that. You only knew her for
Sure can.
a month, and you asked her to be your wife. Are you fucking crazy?
I must have been. How long did you know each other?
When I proposed to her, I know I've said this before, it was all make-believe.
Did you actually get married?
To a person who
My
doesn't
God.
exist? No,
This
I
guy
didn't.
is.
Oh my
This guy.
God.
Oof.
Because that's impossible.
Well,
You
Unbelievable.
can't marry someone who isn't real.
didn't know how much, what length they went through to blackmail you.
Okay, no. No, she doesn't blackmail me to marry her.
All right.
And at that point, if it got to that point, I would say just release my nudes then, because that's insane.
What about this?
Yeah, I would like to have seen
Kick it.
Was she
What
there
about
too?
That's what Lauren ultimately wants. When he heard
Which
that, he's
one
like,
is
"Oh, I
that?
could have."
Dude, the amount of times he's tried to like get JB to send like a physical
Supposedly
CD
Will's
of her nudes to
fiance.
him. Because
Oh, no?
if she sent him a text with her
Probably
nudes,
not.
guess what? Probation.
One
Wink.
with an accent.
Get in trouble. He's not supposed to have any porn of any type.
I never
Doesn't matter if
talked
he's
to
in a
anybody
relationship with
an
these people.
accent.
With a southern accent.
No, I didn't talk to anybody with an accent. Or anybody by that name.
The one that Will said that he was engaged to.
Will lied to you. He wasn't engaged to her. I don't know. I never talked to someone named Maggie Joe. I never met a Maggie Joe.
I don't even know a Maggie
One of
Joe.
those conversations you
I don't even know a
told
Nick.
Will that you saw Maggie Joe and she has a fat ass.
Well, that's
Yeah.
probably what I said, but you gotta remember, Lauren, they tell me to say these things to you.
This guy's like so stupid.
You're blending things together.
Like he's at a perfect
Just
like
remember before
he's
you
so
say something
stupid he
that
can't
everything's fake.
like understand what she's saying, but that stupidity also allows him to just accept what she's saying as the truth. So he's
Yep.
like even stupider than
Why did
someone
you
who
bring
would
that
buy
up?
this because they'd buy it and then understand.
Wondering
Oh.
if Maggie Joe was really a person because when they sent me that big black fucking dildo,
That you licked, you sucked
Maggie
on.
Joe's name right on the box,
Boy.
the address box, please.
Yeah, you can write anybody's name on it. They don't verify it.
I know.
So you don't. You're questioning it. Like
You can write an address on anything. Remember when I had you send that drawing of
drawing.
Yeah.
me, and I had you send it to an address? That was just an
Address was-
address.
Huh?
That's just a made-up address. You can make up anything.
I had a feeling that it was.
Then why?
Oh,
Yeah,
why would you
so-
send it
So
then?
this fucking
They wrote
Sherlock,
Maggie Joe and
he's
put an
like,
address
oh,
on
I
it.
knew
That doesn't
this.
mean
Oh, I
that's
figured that.
exactly
Oh,
where
yeah,
it
I had
came
my
from.
feeling. But he just willingly does it anyway, even if that's
Well,
the
I took
case.
that
He's just
drawing.
revised it. He just does it blindly because he thinks it's real, and then after the fact, he's like, sure, yeah, I knew that wasn't real.
I was thinking about it, and I was
You knew it wasn't
I wonder
real.
if that's
Why'd you
even
get on
her
your fucking
real
roof
address.
and take a picture of your
That's a
asshole?
thought that ever comes into your head. Why keep talking to us?
Has it ever popped into my head? Why is who talking to us?
I'm saying
my-
if you have even the slightest inkling that who you're talking to isn't real, then why
Would you send the asshole
do you
pictures?
talk to them?
Because I guess I just don't want to believe that they're lying to me.
Oh,
Because you're desperate, right?
because I trust the world so much.
That one chance that they might be telling the truth.
Yes, that is absolutely desperation.
Yeah, that's desperation. You're just desperate.
Maybe.
Are you
Oh,
just
well.
like sad and
I guess I
lonely?
am.
Nope.
What is it that makes you so desperate? Is there no women in Cornville?
No, there's women. Since
None of them want you, dude.
Casey, you have no idea what that thing did to me.
Well,
It fucked me up.
is that what it is? Is because you don't want to explain this thing to like a real woman?
No.
I'm just trying to figure out why you
He
do
says no
catfish
defensively
over and
there,
over
but
and
that was
over
a
again.
completely
Is that
100%
what it boils
reasonable
down to? You just don't want to have to tell
assumption.
like a
No.
woman face to face.
What do you mean no?
I mean, there's shame in that. I wouldn't want to. If I was taught for that, I would be mortified trying to date someone in real life and have to explain that to them.
I've got shame in myself that I ever did that.
That's why you fall for the catfishes? You think? Because you don't want to like explain it to a real woman?
No, who would want to explain that? It's not the person that I really am. That's why I don't like
It is
explaining
who
it.
you are.
I don't like people seeing me that way. There's nothing I can do about it.
Everyone has the right
ashamed of.
and the
Like,
obligation,
ashamed of
like
not wanting to
the
tell you, you should be
necessity to
ashamed
know
of
you in
crime,
that
of
way,
course.
because if they
I'm
don't,
saying you shouldn't be ashamed of not wanting to
you're a
have to
danger.
explain that to a real woman. And you think that's why you fall for catfishes all the time? Because you're scared of a woman in real life?
I'm scared of explaining it and being judged.
And because you have to tell these like fake women over the phone, that kind of softens it for you? Or I guess because they already know most of the time, right?
No, it's because
He keeps saying no for these very reasonable like things. He can't even accept like a common softball.
over the phone. If we end it, then
Nope.
then it's ended.
Well, I would hope that'd be the same case if they were in person, that you would leave them alone if they ended it.
No, he wouldn't. He would go knocking on their doors.
It's not easy to explain.
And you're terrified of ending it. So what are you even talking about? I mean, you stuck with Winnie, Jamie. You tried getting Ramona back after she told you everything. You know, you stay with the poop lady, her sister,
poop
all these
lady.
things. After she's like sucking some dude's dick over and over and over again. Like you put
lady.
up with anything to avoid
That's a
having
great way
to
to
end
describe her.
it. And that's being desperate, you think?
Might be part of being desperate. Part I don't want to hurt somebody. Probably I don't want to be hurt.
I don't think it has anything about
I want the hurting to
you
stop.
getting hurt or hurting someone, because clearly you were getting hurt. She was sucking some dude's dick the entire time.
You're sobbing.
And leaving her actually probably would have ended all the hurt and suffering. And then you left her for her sister.
All the hurt
so you
would
didn't
have
I
care
want the
about her.
hurt. Want the hurt. I
I
had
think
to stop.
it's really just the desperation.
Maybe.
I mean, it's been what, like maybe 30 years since you probably had sex? That's normal.
You mean 55?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because in the chat log you're talking to the child at like 11:30 at night. You were talking to the kid. So I don't think you really did, because they mentioned that on the website that you say that. And then they're like, here's the proof. We have the whole chat log right here with
Time
timestamps.
slots were edited. Sure did.
You know them timestamps on that dialogue, none of them are right.
It's not true at all.
Them that are right.
That's literally not true.
Well,
Dude,
forget the timestamps. The dates are all there.
how much fucking effort would it take to just fudge time frames?
And
It's a
I'm
linear
with you right now because you brought
log
it up,
of
they
data.
mentioned that. And the point is, you wouldn't
So
have
if it's wrong by an
access to
hour,
what's
everything's
going on.
wrong by an hour, and it's not all wrong because you just shove it.
Okay.
It's time zone.
And again, I don't see the purpose in.
He acts
in
like
lying to
someone
me
made
about
up
that.
a
I don't
date and a
care either
time for
way.
every single fucking
just saying,
message
I
in
can
a
understand the
407-page document.
I'm trying to be honest with you
Yep.
about things that
But
I'm
not
feeling.
that you know what I know. Like you know deep down that you weren't having sex with someone 2 nights before. You know that. You know it. And you're like,
I know I
Laugh.
was.
He's laughing.
It was
It's
2 nights
guilty
before
stuff.
that I went out.
It's stuff like this that you want a real relationship and you want honesty and you don't give it. And it's I don't know, Lord. I don't know what to say about you.
He always says I'm trying to be honest. He never says I'm being honest.
I know,
He
and
just
you're
says I'm trying
embarrassed
to.
tell the
I had
and
gone out.
You're embarrassed to tell the truth that you didn't have sex the 2 nights before. And I'm
don't wanna
telling you, I do not care either way. I'm just saying that you want honesty and you don't give honesty back.
I'm trying
And
to
that's
be
all
honest with you, and you're not letting me.
Trying.
to admit to me right here that you really weren't having sex the night before or whatever you're saying. I know
You're
you
not
aren't
accepting
at
what I'm
that because
telling
you
you.
kept lying this lie out.
I can't do anything about you not accepting what I'm telling you. I'm trying to explain it
Yeah,
all
no.
to you, and you don't want. You just want to keep talking. You don't want to hear it.
Well, no, it's just because I've heard it.
2 nights
And
before the thing, I went out with a 19-year-old guy
Like, how does this
His
make
name
his
is
story
Mike.
better?
and his mom
The evidence doesn't
They
change.
live just
You
up the
tried to
road
fuck a child.
from
What says in the
Karaoke
chat
bar
log is that you fell in love with her and were
They
so
went there
enamored
with
that
me.
you just had to go through it. And what you're saying here is like,
We
no,
went
that
back
wasn't the
to my
case.
house,
It
back
didn't
to my
matter what
apartment.
child it was. It didn't matter
Mike stayed in
who,
the living
like,
room, and me and his mom
there
went
was
in the
no
bedroom.
love involved. I was just gonna fucking truck
That
just
was
like I
2
did with
nights
this other
before the
woman. The
thing.
2 nights before.
you realize that makes it worse that you went to the Sting house then. If you were able to have sex with an adult woman, that makes it worse that you went to go try to have sex with a kid. That makes it worse. Because it means you had options. It means you had adult woman options.
Yeah, Casey, I know. My head was fucked up at the time.
Nice.
How many times did I have
Good.
to tell you that? Why are you going back to the Sting now?
How many times I gotta tell you that I was a piece of shit?
I give up on getting honesty out of you. I know it's not going to happen.
Well, you got honesty.
No.
Not my fault that you don't want to accept it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is your fault.
Even if it was honesty,
I mean,
it
you
still
just
would
sat
be
there
his
and
fault
waited
because
for
he
you to
lies
pull
about
the
everything.
bomb.
So yeah. It is his fault that people don't
do anything with her.
take anything he says seriously.
I told her
That they have to
tonight,
question
when
every
she
single
went there with us.
recount.
Told her nothing was going to happen.
It's all his fault.
I kept trying to shake her off, and she kept trying to.
And so now he's
Put
saying he
herself
got
on.
raped by this
So
woman.
you were right.
All I could do at the bar was sit in the chair and drink. Everywhere I moved, she'd move with me.
You're so full of shit. But okay, I'm done with that story. Because I know it's a lie.
All right, well, you think that then.
Okay.
Okay, so what is it about me that you like?
Nothing.
Maybe I just don't want to hurt you and I don't want to hurt me.
Nice.
All right, now you're being a smart ass.
Maybe I just feel bad.
Oh, so when you say it, it's legit, but when she says it,
Now you're being a
smart ass.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, what are we doing?
I didn't think you could hear me there for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you just, we're not going to text all back and forth because I feel like things are not getting across to you. What is it you want to do here?
Well, what I want to do is I want you to be here right now. That's what
Nice,
I
good
want.
one.
Okay, well that's a possibility. So what's your next suggestion?
Give me your real number.
What does that have to do with
Just demanding shit.
What does it have to do with what?
why is my real number so
What?
important?
Because the Google numbers, that's how they fooled me the whole time.
Yeah.
Probation knows
Someone
that.
could just spend a little bit of money to get an actual phone, and then there you go. Boom. Doesn't matter.
But
It's really that simple.
it's
If
not
you
that
think
simple,
my
Casey.
phone number, it really is though. If you think my phone number is like the thing that is making you not trust me. I'm not giving you my phone number right now. I do not feel comfortable doing that. You're not going to get it.
Kissy.
So, what do you want to do?
It doesn't make sense.
You told Sue everything. I thought I can trust you once before, and you burned me. And now there's a possibility my news get leaked. And that's your fault because you can't keep your mouth shut. I don't trust you.
Yeah, like I said,
You also
Lauren
lied
wants
to
those
me
news leaked.
because you said that your probation officer wanted my ID, everything unblurred. And then when I said she can email me, you told me then all of a sudden she didn't want any of it.
Well,
Which is very fucking weird.
Before she did want it.
Okay, well, she didn't when you told me to do it that time. And that's very bizarre. So I can't trust you.
I know. Well, look at last time. You can't say anything to me about lying because look at how much I was lied to.
So I could do it to everyone else.
I saw something weird today.
I can lie to everybody else.
Or you told that you fucked some woman with your toe?
I fucking love this story.
Dude, even he just laughs at how absurd it is. But then he keeps going. Instead of saying, no, that was some bullshit I tried to pull, he doubles down again. Tries to convince another wave of women that he did this. Fucking idiot.
And you put your toe inside of her?
Yeah.
Yup. Dude, he cannot stop himself from laughing.
What?
That was God knows how many years ago. That's probably over about 20 years ago.
Well, what the hell happened? I thought that was fake.
Huh?
I thought that was a fake story. So what happened?
No, we were just drunk and her and I were flirting with each other and I just stuck my toe in her pussy under the table.
So fucking disgusting. And he cannot stop the liar laugh.
That was 20 years ago?
It was damn close to 20 years ago.
And did she, punch you in the face?
Did she punch me in the face? Hell no. She was flirting with me.
Flirting to this guy means I need to shove anything I can get into this vagina.
She had her foot all over my crotch.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Now I lost all train of thought.
Huh?
I lost all train of thought when you said that.
It was a long time ago, and we were drinking, and her and I were flirting.
She was she just not wearing any pants?
I don't remember if she was wearing panties or not. I think she was wearing panties, and I was just able to slide them over.
It's fucking gorilla
was she
feet.
Just wearing panties? Jeans on?
Somehow. I wasn't really feeling for panties.
How did you get past her pants, like her jeans?
She wasn't wearing jeans. She was wearing a mini skirt.
Wow. Well, that is, I feel very gross.
Yeah, we did some, we did some partying back then.
Yeah, I don't know how much of.
Some of the girls that I partied with were kind of wild.
Oh, I'm sure, Lauren.
Yeah.
They were all over him.
Yeah, they were all over him.
But
You know how skanky those bitches must have been if they were?
Then, it was almost 20 years ago, so
Yeah.
nothing I even think about now.
I mean, you got to be an extra special level of desperate to do anything with Lauren.
Tony's friends that Tony knew from his work in construction.
And what do? You just stuck it in there and then took it out, and we're like, all right, that's it for what happened next.
So Tony's friends in construction equals a lot of overly sexual women. Where's the connection there?
I was a little.
Is it like a cuckstruction business where all the men just pimp out their wives at these Tony parties, these Tony Diddy parties?
I just wound up not caring.
Dude, Diddy Armstrong over here.
Yo.
Fucking, he is so far beyond our our knowledge of like
That,
intimate relationships that mere flirting is jamming your disgusting toe inside of someone's
that wasn't the
vagina.
only night I had sex with
Yeah,
her
dude.
either. A
We're
couple
behind
other
the
nights,
times.
too.
That's really nice.
Her sister was the one that I dated for 2 weeks, and she lived with me at the time. And
So
You
suddenly, in
so
this story,
fucked
he
your
dated someone for
ex-girlfriend's
2 weeks,
vagina, or
but
your
whenever he was
ex-girlfriend's
talking to
sister?
Debbie, he conceded that he was never in any long-term
You
relationship.
so
It
fucked
was
your
only ever one-night
ex-girlfriend's
stands.
sister.
So he's already
my
like gone
ex-girlfriend at the time.
backwards,
She wasn't even my girlfriend at the time.
like in terms of what he's willing to
Actually, at that time, I'm not
divulge
sure if I had even met her.
to Debbie. It's only one-night
I don't remember if
stands.
I had
Back
even
to
met her at that
Casey
time.
years later. Yeah, I was in relationships.
Wow.
The time kind of all blends in together, but I know I didn't meet her sister until after I met her. Met her first. And she was actually the one that introduced me to her sister. She was actually the one that got me and her sister together. It was a long time ago, and those were very wild days.
Yeah, very gross.
Yeah, it was a lot of being drunk.
Did she kill herself?
Huh?
Did she end up killing herself?
No, she's actually married today, and she's very happy.
How would you
Oh,
know?
good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It really is very good for her, because she was out of hand wild. And
So you still talk to her?
no, I haven't seen her since before Tony died. I think it was like a year before Tony, not even a year before Tony died.
Yum, yum.
Saw her and her husband. They went over to Tony's, and she got lucky and showed
Like
up
this
there.
doesn't make sense. So
when-
I think he
when
like
his daughter
knows these
wasn't
people
there,
in real life, and he just applies
nobody
his
else was there
fantasies
because
onto them. So you're telling me that
she was
20
so
years
wild that she
ago,
wound up leaving the state
it was
because a
so
lot of people
wild
were
at Tony's
really
party
mad
that
at her.
some troll of a man stuck
Then
a
Mad at
toe in her
her
vagina,
for
and they still have like a decent relationship enough to where she visits his
Mad at
funeral.
her for what?
I just don't buy it at all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
wasn't
that's
around
something you would
at
never
that
want
time
your
when
current
all that
husband to even know about.
ever
That you would
happened
just be
to me. I
like,
never even asked Tony about it.
you'd be so far removed from those people you used to know.
Her mom died and left everything to her. And
Is that why
it-
you left the state too?
Because of her? No.
No, because everyone was mad at you?
No, I left the state because everybody was using me to the
Yes.
point where I couldn't think for myself.
Dude.
I couldn't think straight at
Couldn't
all.
think for myself. I stole $30,000. I can't think for myself.
I was a low
Fucked up at the head at the
point in my
time.
life. It was sad. I couldn't
Cool.
say the word no to anybody.
We're back on this.
Wound up screwing Betty unintentionally.
So this is like pretty evident that all the like actual helpful shit that
Wound up losing a lot of money that I
Debbie
had.
told him just went straight in the fucking toilet.
Well,
Couldn't say no. She never
I would've been able
asked
to say
you
the
for
word no to
anything.
people. I never would have gotten to that point.
You did all the asking. You did all the answering.
It fucked me up pretty good. But
Okay.
At least now I can say the word no
And you go.
and not have to worry about it.
Well,
Right.
he's cured, obviously.
I try to keep
Yeah.
the losers out of my life.
It's kind of hard to do when you're the loser in your life.
Do damage to me.
Alright, well, back on that topic of that, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to just, not talk to you until I'm ready to go up there?
What I want is some way to
Too bad.
some way that we can show probation that you're real and you're not a catfish. And
I told you to give her my
Well.
email address.
That's not gonna do it.
How would that not do it?
So
You can ask
for the
whatever
first
she wants.
time,
You can
the
get
cap's
my
just like,
ID.
all right. Well, he's always like, probation need to know things about you. Come up here. Like, all right, well, tell them to talk to me. That's not gonna do it. So he moves the goalpost
Okay, well,
because
if she wants
probation
me to
never
call
cared.
her,
Probation always told him,
she should
stop
tell me
talking to
what
your
she wants
stupid
me to
fucking
do.
internet girlfriends, you dumbass.
That's like your ID.
He's like, I'll show them. Come up here and we'll prove them wrong. We'll see who's laughing then.
Alright, so then what do you want me to do?
Fast forward a couple months, Casey was a catfish too.
I was getting
Well, what
catfish
does your
again.
probation officer want that's gonna prove I'm real?
I'd love to have seen that one.
Well, Ashley's not gonna be back until the 30th. She's on vacation for 2 weeks. But my counselor today, talking to her, she's helping me to think of this stuff that I need to think about that I didn't think about before, and that's how they all want to be able to catfish me.
Because you bring this up once a week after you talk to your therapist.
Yeah, well, don't you think that's a good thing?
What's a good thing?
Don't you think it's a good thing that I talk to her?
Well, you have to talk to her.
Huh?
Don't you have to?
Yeah. Are you in a bad area?
No?
Your phone's not coming in as good as it normally does.
It's probably your TV that's at full blast.
Actually, I get it
No, I
down
don't think
low.
so.
Well, what's that noise? Are you in a truck? Why does it sound like wind?
Oh, it's the air conditioner and the fan is on. You want me to turn it off?
Okay, well.
I can turn it off. It's not that hot in here now. Let me turn the air conditioner off. That might be what the problem is. Take the fan off too.
Oh my god.
All right, how's that?
I can hear you. You tell me.
Yeah, you're the one complaining.
Well, you haven't talked enough yet for me to be able to tell.
Okay, well, I'm talking. This is me talking. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hopefully it stays that way.
Okay.
Man, I can't hear you. Has his fucking AC blasting in his ears.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, you told me earlier we can't talk until I come up there, and then you kept texting me. So what do you want to do?
I want you.
Nice.
I know
Will
that.
you marry me?
I don't
I'm
want you
saying
saying
right
all
now.
I don't want you saying all kinds
Yeah,
of
if anyone's
stuff
in the
to me
comment section,
try to make me feel
will
that
you marry
There's no
me?
reason to do that.
We were
If you want me
talking
to
Better start saying yes really
for
fucking
like
soon.
2 days. So if you're allowed to talk about your brother, I can talk about you.
Yeah, but you don't know the whole story behind my brother. You don't know how much I put into him. Huh?
You don't know all these excuses
I
I
know your whole
have for
story.
that
I don't
allow
care what
me
his
to be this
story
piece
is.
of
The
shit.
point is, you make fun of him for being a piece of shit when you're also a piece of shit.
I'm not
That's
making
the
fun of
point.
him. I am not making fun of him. I am extremely mad at him. He has done this for years.
Dude, if Roy didn't exist and Lauren didn't have
What do you want to do?
another loser to point at,
Can you give me an answer? Do you want to keep
I
talking
mean,
or no?
what's his next
Because I'm not
thing?
going to keep texting you back and forth if you're gonna, every other message is.
Like, if Lauren was a single child, he can't go down the line, Ralph and Lori this, and Paul that, and Richard this.
Figure out something.
Just Lauren. No one else that he can blame for his bullshit.
You got to figure out something. I don't care if they know I'm real or not.
Well,
I know I'm real. I know, so you have to figure that out. I don't have to figure shit out. Because I don't care.
Well, you care about me, right?
No.
No.
My life's going to go on with or without you. I know I'm real. If you don't think I'm real, then I'm telling you right now not to talk to me.
Okay,
I'm telling you that too.
I know your life's going to go on with or without me. That's a given.
You expect people to go through so much shit for you.
Well, would you rather have it with me or without me?
Or if you think I'm fake, the point is I can't do what you want me to do. You want my number? I said no. You want me to go up there right now? I said no.
No, it doesn't. It still doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't give me your real number. I mean, you gave it to Alex
Why
in
do
a
you
matter
think
of 2
you're worth
hours.
it? Why do you think you are worth it to go through all this shit for?
Well,
If you love me, then I'm going to be honest with you. I love you, Casey.
oops.
Nice. Will you
I've
marry
loved
me?
you for a long time.
No, you
Ew.
don't.
For a long time.
Huh?
No, you do not.
Ever since I saw you.
Oh, I don't.
No?
How do you know I don't?
Did you love Jamie?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
I thought I did love what I thought was Jamie,
What
a
did you
girl.
love about her? Because she was nothing but an asshole to you. I want to know what connection was it? What was the special connection you felt?
So there were times when she wasn't.
Okay, well when Will was being nice, what was it? What was the special connection?
It's my favorite.
I want to know what it was that made you fall
Yeah,
in love with her.
for someone with homophobia, he was in a relationship with a man for 2 years.
Because of the time that I spent with her, and there was times when she
Nice.
was good with me. There was a long time.
Doesn't change the fact.
You have fallen in love with every one of your catfishes.
Is
Will and Wine Lover played me for a long time to make sure that I was good.
Well, Wine Lover only played you for like a month. Will played you for 2 years.
It shows how disgusting they both are.
Ignored.
So
They're the
tell
disgusting
me
ones.
again, what was it
Not the guy
that
sending
you
a shit
felt was
pic.
so
Yeah.
special? What
God,
was this
no.
crazy connection? I want details.
Fucking
If you had this
EDP.
crazy connection and you loved him or her, whatever, I'll refer to Jamie as her because I know you don't like feeling gay. So what was it about her that you felt such a connection to? Because I don't understand it. You bought her an engagement ring and you didn't even meet her. I want to know what, besides her just being a pretty girl in her pictures,
That's all it
what
is.
was it?
That's literally all it was.
Because they were intentionally horrible to you on purpose to get you mad. Jamie was nothing but an asshole, and you said that you two were in love and had a special connection. They told me that when I saw them in Nashville. They laughed about it. They said, what the fuck is he talking about, a special connection?
For a long time, they weren't like that.
That's not true.
Well, when they started acting like that,
When they started acting like that, they knew I was already in love with what I thought was Jamie, a female.
okay, well then what was it before that made you fall in love with her?
The time that her and I spent together, and
Doing what? What made you fall in love?
we just spent time together, doing anything and everything.
What happened during that time?
The time that she was supposedly in the hospital, which obviously she
Hospital.
wasn't. She's full of shit. I don't even like to think about her anymore.
Oh my god. Didn't answer the
Well, I
question.
don't care. I need an answer. You can't name a single trait that you love.
Just all the time that we spent together.
I'm saying a trait about her. Not just spending time. You have to. I spend a lot of time with the people at work. I'm not in love with all of them.
Good.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
because you're
what
supposed to be in love with
was
me.
it about her?
She paid a lot of attention to me, and I paid a lot of attention to her. We just paid a lot
What
of
about
attention to each
any
other.
of them? What about Winnie, Debbie, Ramona? What about any of these
Moaner.
women who intentionally were horrible people to you on purpose, not nice to you ever? What about any of
At the time, I couldn't let go of him, Casey.
so you just fall in love with anyone who pays attention to you?
No.
Well, that's all
Yep.
Lauren needs because
That's what
nobody
it
pays
seems
attention.
like.
Yeah, I
He's
mean
like a
his
little
his
Ellie.
own
He's like
family
a
didn't
lost
pay
puppy.
attention to
That
him,
has
so he
been
had
with
to
him.
act out.
They didn't. Well,
Why couldn't you let them go when they were being so awful?
It's not like they didn't pay attention to him because, you know,
why is what?
any other reason than Lauren was just always a piece of
Why couldn't
shit,
you
so he
let
just didn't
any
want
of
anything to
them
do with
go
him.
when they were being awful to you? When he was sucking everybody's dick, and when Jamie was fucking Rod and Todd and
Taking
Claude or
15 black guys
whoever.
up her ass. Yeah, come on. Is that
She had to
that's the
keep a
canon
world
part, right?
record.
Yeah, she had to keep a gangbang queen.
Exactly.
Had a hard time letting
Actually,
go
I don't think it was ever actually
Gone.
specifically black
I
guys. I think
understand
it
that.
was
I'm
just
saying
I didn't-
why.
Any guys.
Because they kept
I mean, you
coming up
can't
with
be
stories.
you can't be discerning when you're trying to
Stories
beat
of
the
why,
gangbang
stories of
world
why
record.
this
You need as many
That's
minutes as
true,
you
And I
can
yeah,
wanted to
possibly
believe
can
him.
get.
I wanted to
yeah.
think, okay,
I mean, there are
it
plenty
makes
of
sense
big
that she likes
guys with,
that.
you know, white guys with big
It
dicks.
makes sense that
You want me to believe that you're in love
You got
with me,
Carter, you got Rod, you got Todd, you
when all
got
your answers are
the
You
doctor.
tell me
that
Rod
you
was a
love me.
30-something-year-old version with a big dick.
because I was told to.
I mean, why else would Jamie be
and I
going
told
for?
you at the time that you weren't. You said, yes, I am.
You know why? Because he was nice.
I knew
I don't know if
wasn't.
Jamie's a size queen. Didn't she always say that Lauren's is cute?
I told you this before.
So maybe she's an any size.
It was all
Because again, you can't be too
make-believe.
discerning when you're trying to get your whole stuff with
I guess that, yeah, I guess
every
that's true.
goddamn guy
Yeah.
down there.
What do you
dating
love
them
about
all.
me? Tell me that.
Oh, sorry, that was Debbie.
Because I'm so awful. Like,
But she
I
did,
can sound in your text
Oh,
messages.
okay.
If I'm just
No,
Say she, I
making
thought,
you feel
I
like
thought
a
Jamie was
parasite all
like,
the
you have a
time,
small
and I'm
penis.
constantly putting you
Use it as
down.
a,
And
You know,
Oh,
I
I
will give
mean,
you my
I don't
real
know.
I don't
number.
remember. Actually, I
What
don't
is
know,
it
actually.
about me?
That's a good question.
Casey, you know, you don't always do that stuff. That's why when you do
Whatever.
it, it
Doesn't
shocks the
matter.
hell out of me.
Okay, so then name something.
Shock
something
the
about
hell
you.
out of me.
Yeah, that you love about me. I mean, you
Love your dancing, love your hair.
I love the way you dance.
I love the way you dance.
I love the way you smile.
It's like he's reading this from a fucking.
Yeah, he's got a note tucked away in his pocket protector.
So you like my look? Is that what this is? Is that so? Basically, when you fell in love with Jamie, you're just
No.
a hot, sexy
No.
model.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. No, I mean, no.
I mean,
You
You don't understand. It was a hot, sexy model that was talking to me.
Yeah, it was a hot, sexy
I love the
model
way you
What's the way
talk.
you talk? You just say it make you feel like a parasite.
That the only thought I had of was when I thought
When
she
you're
was
not
14 or
trying to
13.
do that.
Yeah, you don't want me for my wallet?
Or are you just desperate to be in love?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Casey, I've wanted you for a long time.
Okay.
And I
Ever
wanted
since
Very,
the
something
sting.
very
at the time
fucking
where I
gross.
did want you
Ever
first.
since the sting.
Why did you
When
want
you
me at
when you were
first?
that child, when you were
when
supposed
I-
to be that child sitting in front of me, I've wanted you ever since.
When I saw you
Yeah, when I
dancing.
thought you were a child, I wanted you.
Some my
I
looks
mean,
again?
Jesus Christ, dude.
Huh?
You hot dudes I see walking around doesn't mean I want them. Just because you think someone's attractive.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just because you thought I was attractive, that means you wanted me for a long time.
He's got a cough to be able to move on.
What's your point?
What's your point?
That time. I wasn't in love with you then.
But I wanted you.
You fall in love with me because I spent time with you.
I think I've loved you for a while. Just didn't know if I was in love with you or not.
What?
Why?
What does that mean?
Like, it wasn't at that point yet.
I guess maybe there is a subtle difference between
why
love and in
you
love.
think you love me, then why did you fall in love with me?
But it's not like he's like, I love my bro. He's saying about a romantic partner. So it's kind of the same
I
thing.
don't know. I can't really explain that. I
Or
don't know how to
a
explain
want
it.
of a romantic partner.
Why
I
don't
should
you
say.
just say that you don't love me? It's not a big deal. I know you don't. You think by telling me that I'm gonna feel more like drawn
Yes.
to be with you?
Yes, that's his manipulation.
Yep.
Is that why you tell everyone you love them, even though they're assholes?
No.
No.
Well then,
There's a lot of
let's go
that.
back
No.
to Jamie. She was nice to you for a month when it
No.
was Wine Lover because Wine Lover is really bad at trolling you. But when Will took over,
Coming
he
from the
was really
second
good
worst
at it.
troll,
So for
Blue Boy.
2 years, it was all Will trolling you, and you still were in love with him. So what was it?
That's
Yeah,
really
For
saying
2
something.
years.
Wine Lover
You
was
can't
so
say
bad.
because she was nice for a month.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm
Blue
saying
Boy
for
didn't
2 years.
dump everything on the internet and say,
It was
hey,
longer
and
than a
like, you
month.
know, pretty much put it in Lauren's
It
face.
was a lot longer than a month because COVID
You want to
happened.
call and ask him?
No, I ain't fucking talking to that piece of shit.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
They'd have me on
I ain't
fucking
talking that
record.
bad.
So 1 month out of 2 years of being treated like shit by Will, being a robot. That's what you were in love with.
It was more than a month.
Lauren, I don't know if you know this, but every single call and text that you
Well,
had
and
with them
Lauren isn't lying here because it was more than a month for him because Jamie was always in the back pocket while he was dating Winnie.
I can literally look at
So in his
everything
mind,
from
sure,
the
it was like
exact
6 or
moment you
7 or
talked
8
to her
months because she
to
was
the very last
technically
moment.
around in that time and was a woman,
And let's
so
say
they're together.
we can throw that out. Let's say she was nice to you for 6 months. She was nice for 6 whole months. For a year and a half after that, she was nothing but an asshole.
Well,
Well,
over with now.
nice new deflection.
Thank God.
Completely ignore the question. It's over with now, so
That's
thank
fucked
God.
up.
Are you going to answer it? That wasn't the question.
I didn't hear the question. I was hearing what you
God.
were saying, but I didn't hear the question.
The same question I've been asking for like 15 minutes that you, for some reason, won't answer because you don't know why you love her.
I don't know why I loved her.
Because the only
You did
answer you
not-
have is not.
I knew she was
Love.
an asshole to me. I knew a lot of things that she did was fucked up. But I'm betting not everything was recorded.
Everything was recorded, Lauren. You can say you bet all you want, but I am able to see it, and it sure is. It's all recorded. Even back when she was friends with that Winnie person. It goes back all the way till then. It's been recorded literally the entire time, not a day missed. All of it. Even the boring calls where you're talking about doing stuff to the closet. That stuff was, all of it was recorded, Lauren, not just you screaming and crying.
Like, why would he even say, I bet not all of it was
text,
recorded?
Every call, every voicemail. None of them wanted to talk to you unless it was recorded. I am telling you that for a fact.
That shit is so fucked right up.
Well, that's what's fucked right up is you saying you love her when you don't know why you do.
Well,
Focus on the point.
apparently,
I know,
was in
yes.
love with the image that she gave me.
Right, you just were attracted to a picture of a pretty girl.
And an image of a person that she was portrayed.
Right. Just like me, just like Ramona, just like Winnie. You didn't love any of them, you didn't love me.
Alright, so I'm not in love with you.
I know.
But there are things about you that I do love.
Alright, list them all again.
Here we go.
Okay, like what?
Oh, the way you smile.
I love you dancing.
I love your.
I love your voice. I love the way that you're being honest with me now.
What about like me as a person? Do you love anything about me as me? Or do you just love my physical traits?
What more?
I love that you're being honest with me now.
Right, but you told me you loved me before I was being honest.
I didn't know you
What do you-
before.
And you said you
told
loved.
me you loved me. What do you know about me now? You still don't know me.
No, I still don't know you. Not the way I want to.
Yeah,
carnally.
I know. And the more I think about it, with your like incessant, "Did you need to come up
He just
there and
left cornfield
instantly
with
we're
every
gonna live
return.
together"? That's insane. Don't you
Casey,
think we should get
You know, if
each
Lauren
other
ever got
first?
out of Maine,
Casey,
you're like,
you were the
you
one that
think
was
that they
on
would
that
ever like
before I was.
even attempt
What, living
catch back
together?
up with him, like
Yeah.
probation? Do you think if he just left
No,
Maine,
I
that would just
wasn't.
be it? He'd be like a free man again.
With
you
their
were.
track record, maybe.
No, I weren't. Are you
Yes,
talking
you
about
were.
the time I was forced
Like
to
he might
tell
have
you
registered
things?
sex offender written on his license, right? But like,
Huh?
Were you talking
I
about
don't.
the
They were
time
like,
I
it's
was
probably just
forced
assumed that he's getting taken,
to
that he's okay with
tell
what he's
you
doing.
certain things?
So he could probably leave Maine and never get
No,
in
I'm
trouble
talking
ever
about
again.
when you started.
Yeah,
I had to
before
guess.
the throuple.
We should convince him to do
Talking about
that
when you called me at first.
and see.
When I
The
told you
first
first
time.
one, I
I
didn't
don't know
want to
about
date
that
The
you.
one.
first time
And
after.
probation actually tracks him down, fucking
We
throws
didn't
him in jail.
start
That'd be
dating
great.
until the throuple
That would be
started.
great. That would be the best ending. But I have a feeling that wouldn't be the case though.
Casey, I'm talking about
I don't
after
trust
the
probation
throuple.
anymore.
After
I
you
don't
let
trust
me
them
know
either,
of
but I think
all the
they're
truth about
okay with being lax when they don't
wine
expect
lover.
their jobs to be on the line. I feel like if they just
After we
fucking
didn't
let
talk
him go,
for
they're
about a month, and you
especially a
contacted me.
high profile. I mean, they get shit about this guy all the fucking
You were the
time
one talking about living together.
for good
That
reason.
wasn't me.
I'm not saying it's like
You
they
started talking about
shouldn't
it
hear
first,
about this
not
guy.
me.
Every fucking day, so
I
they should get a new
definitely did not.
update on this retard since they're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
paying
I feel
attention
like
to
if that
themselves.
happened and you
But
tell
what did I say?
probation, and
Because
then
I
they're
can
gonna
remember
like
what you
actually
said.
fucking
I
send
don't
a
remember
U.S.
what I
Marshal
said.
after him.
Exactly.
I don't remember.
I remember
exactly
you
what
said. Okay, well I can remember for you because I'm telling the truth and you don't know what you're talking about. You said that we can't talk or you can't move out here.
And what Lauren's
until
talking about
we are
here is when
together.
he's like,
And you
when we
have to
move
have
together,
the
we're gonna have to,
phone
we're
set
not
up
gonna,
with
we won't be
me,
able to live
and
by a
that's the only way
school.
probation
And then
gonna let
because
you come
Casey
out.
didn't say, I'm
That
never
was what
fucking
you
talking to you
said.
again, you fucking creep.
remember all
That
that.
was Casey saying we need to
Right.
move in together.
You had said something else before I said that.
Fucking idiot.
Because that was the reason that I did say that. I don't remember what it was that you said.
It's like you said it first,
Okay.
but I don't remember.
All right, sure. Let's go with that. Either way, whatever I said before it doesn't matter. What I'm saying now is that the more I think about it, don't you think two people should date each other before living together?
Yeah, I do.
No,
Yes, I do.
you don't. You would happily just move into a woman's, like, have a woman move in without knowing her
So
at all.
why are
You did it with
pushing
fucking
living
Samantha
together
Maybe
so
Hooker.
hard?
You were totally like, yeah,
No,
come on,
pushing
move
living
in.
together.
And then she walks in, she's like, oh, you're the town pedophile. You didn't tell me you were the town pedophile. I gotta get out of here. And then you're all mad and shit. She must be doing drugs.
Shoot.
They call that a liar laugh.
Well, before I was before.
You want to go
Because I
back
was
to
trying
your
to figure it
text
out.
messages?
I was trying to figure it out myself.
You want to go
That's what-
back to the text messages and see how you were talking about buying a house together, and you were talking about having
Yeah, I know
children?
about all that. I remember all that.
Right, that was you talking. That was you talking.
I know. I remember all that.
Have you ever lived with a girlfriend? You have no idea what that would be like.
Yep. My girl sister, I lived with her for 2 weeks.
Nice, good one.
Okay, you said 2 weeks. That's not
He also
living
just said
together.
his girl sister whenever
Close
earlier, remember, he was talking
At the
about living
time,
with
that
2
was
weeks
close
with this
enough.
other woman. They had to fucking flee.
Okay, so you've never lived with
Yep.
anyone.
So,
You've never had a real
no,
relationship.
like,
How do you
same
think you would
catfish,
handle
inconsistencies in his
living with
stories.
someone you've never met before? You're 52, you're pretty set in your ways. You want to walk around the house naked. You like to, leave things dirty. My house is spotless, and there's no walking around naked.
What?
I don't like to leave
I
things
thought Casey
dirty.
was a free spirit.
If you would have known me before, my house used to be spotless.
Well, I guess
Well,
this
it
version of
isn't
Casey is
now. That's what I'm saying.
Now it's me trying to
anti-vaxxing
get my house so it's an actual
Alex
house
Jones supporting
that's finished.
true-blooded American, if you ask me.
There are things that I need all the time to do something with. So I leave it right where it is, so that way I don't have to walk out in the shed to get it.
Right, and that's why you leave your refrigerator all disgusting, and that's why the floors are all gross and everything's covered in dirt.
The refrigerator's not disgusting.
You showed me a picture; it was disgusting. The toilet's disgusting. When you were pooping in the toilet, the toilet bowl was gross as hell.
I don't.
Ugh.
That's not something I even want to talk about.
Nice. Run away. Run away.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. Why do you even want to live with me when you do not know me?
Because you're a woman, and I might be able to see you dressing and unchanging and taking a shower.
Yeah, so he can peep on you.
Weren't me peeping.
The same thing, because you.
Weren't me
you
peeping.
Well, who was peeping, Lauren?
Okay, answer it then.
Weren't me peeping.
Okay, even when you and quote unquote Jamie.
Can you
talk
just
about
answer the fucking question? Stop changing the subject. Answer the question.
I'm giving you a hint of what my answer is going to be because.
No.
I don't want a roundabout answer. Just give me a straight answer.
Giving you a hit. Shut up.
Okay.
I don't want to go
answer.
around the.
Straight answer is that I can change the way that I live, no problem. I've had to live with people before.
In jail.
Because I haven't lived with a girlfriend before. Yeah. Really.
Okay, Lauren. I don't want someone that's going to give me a go-around answer, okay? I just want an answer. Why do you want to live with me?
Because I want you.
Nice.
Why?
And I want to spend my time with you.
Why? Why? Other than my looks and my dancing.
And the ability to have sex.
Oh, nothing
Because I
else.
think we get along very well.
So he can relive his fantasies.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh, well.
From the Sting.
Huh?
Yeah, we clearly get along well.
Oh, we do. Look at us.
Ah, yeah, I
We're
agree.
talking about things. This is something that they never.
We're talking, so we get along very well. No one else talks to me because
you didn't tell me to eat shit and die and hang up, so we're all obviously meant to be here.
This might be the most insane step ever.
Talks to you. Ramona talks to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and?
You insisted Debbie was your girlfriend.
Debbie insisted that I break up with Winnie to go with her.
Wrong.
Debbie never said that.
Well,
Good night.
Oh, that probably got deleted. Amazing what editing can do.
It didn't.
Yeah, anything that doesn't go with Lauren's
Alright, let's say she did.
stuff is obviously edited fake.
I heard the call where she said she didn't want to be with you, and you still insisted that you were her boyfriend.
Yeah, well.
She still told you that.
I was a fool.
Was?
You were fucking retarded.
I was fucking retarded.
You screamed at her for 3 hours to be your girlfriend.
Okay, what's the point in all this?
I think the point was pretty fucking evident. She's at.
That either didn't want you, but I told you they didn't want you, or treated you like shit.
My brain hurts.
What was it about any of them that you love? The point I'm trying to get to is why you love me or why you love anyone when you don't.
I guess I just want
you
to.
said you were in love with Abby.
I want to. I want to have that chance to.
Everybody wants to be in love, Lauren.
Yeah, but.
But what's the
fight here?
Yeah, why can't he just agree with what someone says? He's always has to be just but this, but that.
Okay.
Every time.
You feel like there's no one around you locally to date?
No.
Hornbill.
There is, but I don't really look.
Okay.
There is.
So, do you think I'm like your last chance at love?
No.
No.
Yeah.
With you, I've thought about you for a long time.
Oh my God, keep saying it.
He's just fixated on you.
And they knew that. That's why they had whoever it was that they had play the role of Casey and make me believe that they were you.
Yeah, because it was a pretty easy guess that you're psycho self
You act
would be
the same way
infatuated
to every
with the
woman.
woman
Why
that
did you call me
played a
back?
child.
You become obsessed with them.
I'm obsessed
The
with them.
fudge, dude.
You want to marry all of them.
Is it me obsessed with them or them obsessed with me? Because they're the ones that start the shit.
You obsessed with them.
No. I
You
get
ask
fooled
every
by them.
single one of them for you.
I get fooled by them.
Okay. I mean, there's multiple times they've tried breaking up with you, and you say, no, we're not broken up. So clearly they were comfortable letting you go.
Yeah, and I should
Demanded all their time.
I should have told them okay. Had I known,
Yeah,
I would.
Okay, but that's not an argument now. You didn't.
And you demanded all of their time every second of the day. You
No.
screamed and cried about a doctor touching that Ramona person's knee.
Listen, why are you rehashing this shit?
Because I'm proving
That was,
a point.
you don't understand, Casey. That was Dr.
You act the
Horstink.
same as you did then as you do now. I'm trying to point out that you think you're in love with every woman you talk to.
You're trying to make me uncomfortable is what you're doing.
I mean, yes.
Okay, well, I'm trying to make you uncomfortable, and I'm trying to point out that you think you're in love with every woman you talk to.
Well, no,
Why can't you absorb any of this?
Well, I don't try to date every woman I talk to.
Why
Just
can't I
the
what?
hot ones and the young
oh
ones.
my god. Why can't you absorb any of this? Why can't I what?
Things I am telling you.
Oh, I absorb it just fine, Casey.
Clearly you aren't.
Okay.
I know what happened back then. I don't need to rehash it.
You don't. Clearly.
Time and time and time and time again.
Well, you should rehash it so that you can learn from it.
Oh, I've definitely learned from it.
I don't think so.
It's a
Because
lie.
you haven't learned from any of it yet.
Why? Because I'm still talking to somebody over the phone?
Yes.
Because you were doing it for like a decade and a half.
It was only a couple months.
So it's my fault that people can't be honest.
So it's your fault for letting the catfishing continue.
Yes.
So it's my fault that people can't be honest.
Oh my fucking god.
I mean, here's a great example, Lauren. Why do you love me?
See, now he knows she's using it as ammunition against him, so now he's not going to answer the question anymore.
Can't answer that, Casey. Can't give you an answer for that right now.
I know. I knew that you couldn't.
Let me
You
see.
want me to be honest with you? I can't give you an answer for it right now.
Well, that's not being honest. The honesty is, you know what? You're right. I don't. But maybe we can.
It's your fault that you call them back. It's your fault that you give them material to laugh
He
at.
uses love like a bargaining chip.
And,
No one's going to love you like I love you.
You can't answer that question right now.
I mean, as true as that is, it's not a desirable form of love. It's called stalking and obsession.
I don't think you know what love is.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Really?
Really?
Oh, really?
I stayed in love with a woman for 25 years, so I guess I know what love is.
Wrong. You obsessed with a woman for 25 years, so you know what stalking is.
Yeah.
Obsession.
Who?
Paula.
Fucking idiot.
Who the fuck is Paula?
Fucking idiot. I know what love is.
Who the fuck is Paula?
Says a definition of something that's nothing even closely related to love. Just because it happened in the fucking what was it? Scarlet Letter, or whatever that movie was.
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
You didn't have that starting point. You didn't have this relationship with this person to start that like longing for once you got separated. That wasn't a thing.
So
it was my fault because her and I spent a lot of time together, like every minute that we could.
So, you've been in love with a woman for 25 years who is never your girlfriend. Why do you love her for 25 years? I assume she's moved on and probably has an entirely different life now.
No. I
What
think she
did you
still
love
loves me.
about her? You said you know what love is. What about her did you love? Because she was never even your girlfriend.
I love the attention that we gave each other.
You love the attention. You love getting attention.
I love the attention that we gave each other. The time that we spent together. I love that
Boom, there it is.
I love that
Boom.
she was good to my nieces and nephews.
There it is.
To my brother and to my sister-in-law. I love that she
There
fit
we
right in.
go. We got it. Finally. You love attention. You love any attention you can get, whether it's negative or positive.
I love the attention that she gave to me, and I love the attention I gave to her.
You love all attention.
We both gave each other a lot of positive attention. Right up.
So how long did you know her for?
I knew her at the time. I knew her for 6 months.
You knew a woman for 6 months and were in love with her for 25 fucking years?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well.
That's
Shit
pathetic.
No.
Yep,
Shit
shit happens.
So
I
be it.
didn't start my life. I didn't start my life. I didn't
Half
start my
of your
life.
years being on this earth, you were in
Casey.
love with a woman who didn't give a
Casey.
single fuck about you.
Casey, I didn't start my life, but I was still in love with her.
That shows me that you don't know what being in love means.
Of course I do.
Of course. There's always something wrong with me.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, yeah, you are a compulsive
apart.
liar and a pedophile, so.
Let's be picky. You're saying you loved someone
Sex
for
offender
25
stalker.
years, who you knew for 6 months. I'm trying to help you. It's not being picky, it's just a fact.
Yeah, you know how many people have done the same thing though? They
What,
try
trying
to
to
pick
get
my
you
brain
to-
apart. They're
Trying to get you to understand?
trying to get me to say things. You want to ask me these questions? Ask me when you're in person.
Nice, good one.
You wouldn't listen in person either.
In person, I pay more attention to you.
So openly admitting he's not paying
Over the phone,
attention
all
to
I'm
her.
thinking about is how many other people have done the same shit over the phone.
I'm trying to figure out how you can say you love me when you don't know what love is, and you were
Show up at my
infatuated
doorstep
with a
and
girl
I'll
from
show you.
25 years ago who
Right,
doesn't
well.
give a about you. She probably forgot who you were.
I'm not talking about
She
her now.
probably,
Oh,
she
no.
probably never thinks about you.
Oh, no, I know what she does.
I know she does. I know she
Probably
thinks about
never
me.
thinks about you. You brought her up, Lauren.
Okay, what part of I'm not talking about this over the phone?
You brought her up.
Yep, I brought her up. But I also cut it off, but you wanted to keep going with her.
Doesn't work
That
that
was
way.
your example of loving someone.
You can't
or
like
being-
throw out
knowing what being in
a
love is.
fucking pitch
You
and
being
say,
in love
well,
with someone
that didn't
who
work.
had no feelings
Take it
towards you
back.
back.
Yep.
You opened the
That is
box.
creepy shit.
Yeah, well, shit happens.
Shit happens.
6 months of
Sure.
attention equals 25 years of affection.
Stalk this woman. Shit happens.
You should talk to your therapist about it.
I already did.
Really
Did
sucks.
she call you pathetic?
Nope.
Did
Shut
she
up.
mention obsession?
Nope.
She's a shitty
Then she
therapist.
sucks. You should get a new therapist.
No. The one I get now is fine.
Yeah, it's good to have one who just agrees with everything you say.
She doesn't agree with
But
everything I say.
Oh,
Told her I didn't really want to stop talking to you. And she pointed out the things that
Are you
didn't
in
make
love
sense.
with her? Are
You're
you
in love with her?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Alright, well, I'm not going to do this all night, so you got to tell me now what you want to do.
Well, first of all, do you want me?
No.
I told you before, Lauren, I have to meet you and get to know you first. Because unlike you, I don't fall in love with everyone right away. I need
Really?
to get to know them, and I don't even know you.
You did Jamie.
What?
fell in love with Jamie right away.
Holy shit.
That was before you went to Nashville.
Oh my god.
Matter of fact, you were engaged to her before you even went to Nashville.
Got married
Oh
in
my
Nashville.
God, Lauren! She said you had to say
Yeah, but
that to
got
not get her
married in
nude
Nashville.
sleep.
You already knew what was going on.
And the difference with that is Jamie and I were always super nice to each other and got to know each other, or at least she got to know me. I got to know a fake person.
He'll laugh. He thinks he's so good here.
2 weeks? No, it
2
wasn't even 2 weeks.
Started engagement ring after 3 weeks. It wasn't 2 weeks.
2 weeks. You said I love you to each other. Then what was it? A couple days later,
So
you asked me to marry her.
self-righteous.
You said yes. That was long before you went to Nashville.
You fell in love with her too, and she was never nice to you. You don't even know you don't know anything about her.
Nope.
He's
Nope,
proud of
I
that.
don't.
Nope.
Not like I thought I did.
Lisa and I, we spent time together, played games together. You got to know me. You knew more about me than you do right now.
Well, yeah. 'Cause they're good catfish.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do now, Lauren?
Well, we're going to have to figure out some way to let probation know that you're real.
Nice.
That you're not a catfish.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. You give probation my phone number or my email address or any way they want to get in contact with me. They can ask me whatever questions they want, ask me whatever pictures they want, videos they want, whatever they want. I want to hear it from her fucking mouth. She needs to tell me what she wants from me to prove I'm real. And until then, you can go ahead and not text me and not call me if that makes you feel better, okay?
Okay. Oh,
All
I'm
right.
missing a piece.
All right.
It's a fucking mess. I'm sorry I haven't showed you that picture of Jamie. I'm sorry. Anything about everything about Jamie.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too. I wish you never introduced her to me.
I wish the same. I wish I never met her. Or anything.
But you have a special connection with her for some fucking reason that you can't describe.
Well, I don't have it, obviously. It's all catfish. You can't have a special connection with a catfish.
Certainly
Okay,
thought you
Lauren.
did.
Well, at the time I was being catfished. You know that feeling.
Remember when we first started talking and I caught you sending those text messages that said that her pussy will always be yours? This is all your fault. You couldn't leave it alone.
Laugh it up.
Oh, shit.
And she didn't even have a pussy with Will's dick.
Oh, Will's a big pussy then, isn't he?
Well, you wanted to suck his dick.
No, I didn't want to suck his dick.
You were in love with him, so whatever. You and I both fell in love with Will.
No, we both fell in love with what we thought was a female.
That turned out to be a man.
That wasn't our fault, Casey. That was not our fault. We didn't do anything wrong with that.
Being female is the only thing that you loved about her. Being female was the only thing you loved.
You said
Because if there's anything about her personality, it was all Will. You fell in love with Will for spending time with you.
You stop saying it.
he certainly knows how to act like a female.
What?
Really? Because you use a British male robot voice. I don't know how that makes him act like a female. But okay.
So they lied to me. They lied to me about her voice.
Yeah.
How the hell did I know what COVID could do?
I'm not talking about her voice. I'm pointing the fact out that she didn't act any different.
Whoosh.
It was a man talking with a man's voice. There's nothing feminine about her.
And how could I know that?
Raw.
I knew about the robot voice.
I know you didn't know it. I'm saying you
I
fell in
couldn't
love.
understand the female voice.
What
I
I'm
asked,
saying is,
I asked her to change voices. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
she
you're
picked a
asking-
male voice that I could understand better than I could the female voice.
okay, and that's
I
not
answered-
the point. What I'm saying is, you fell in love with Will for spending time with you. That is what you said earlier.
I fell in love with what I thought was a female,
Right.
with what I thought was Jamie.
Keep
Yep,
it.
I know. But you said it was just
Oh,
spending time with you.
yeah, well, I didn't fall in love with Will. Will
Certainly did.
female, so he's given
Ooh,
a
found
completely
it.
different personality.
So, you spent time with Will and fell in love with him.
I did not fall in love with Will. Will you stop trying to get me to say that?
You don't have to say it as long as you know it.
Huh?
And we
I don't.
both know it.
I don't. No. I know now that it was Will portraying a
Now
female.
you won't. Yep.
Yep.
I did not fall in
Alrighty
love
then.
with Will.
Okay. So I guess I'll hear from you when you tell probation what they want, right? Is that what we're gonna wait for?
I don't want to stop talking to you.
I know, but we have to, right? Because my number's fake, and because probation thinks I'm fake. And the solution to that
Hey,
is
fake as fuck, bitch.
letting probation know I'm real.
What?
And
Why?
that was what you said earlier, that we can't talk because you can't verify I'm real. So what I'm saying is, you give probation my information, they can get in contact with me however they like, whatever they want that from me to prove I'm real, I will give it to them. And I guess until then, we'll just do whatever you want to do.
Say it like
All
that.
good?
Gonna want to do some weird shit.
Okay.
All right. So I'll hear from you once I hear from them.
No, you'll hear from me before then, probably.
All right. Well, if I do, don't ask me for my phone number and don't ask me about anything you're suspicious of. Because if you're suspicious, you tell your probation, they can come to me with concerns. I'll give them directly whatever will prove to you that I'm not fake, okay?
Okay.
All right. Don't expect
All
me
right.
not. Don't expect me not to tell you when something bothers me.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
this is what I'm saying. If you have an inkling at all that I'm doing something fishy or you think I'm fake,
Like he'll go
them,
to them and
come to
say,
me.
explain
I
why
don't
you're
wanna
not
hear it,
fake.
okay?
Yep.
Like how crazy is
You
that?
don't want me to be honest with you about the way I feel. About
I
something.
don't want you to accuse me of being fake. Yeah.
Okay.
If I have to get for you accusing me of being fake or you have questions and you think I'm fake, your options are don't talk to me ever again or have them reach out to me with your concerns, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want to hear the same shit every day.
Okay, but if you do something that makes me uncomfortable, you're gonna want me to be honest with you about it, right?
No.
You're not gonna want me.
That's
to
the
not
time where you
admit.
say, okay, well, goodbye, and then you
Here's the
fucking
thing.
think on
If
your
the
own.
thing that's making you uncomfortable is giving you the suspicion that I'm fake, then no, I don't want you to come to me with it, okay?
Okay,
I want you to give me
Okay.
information, okay?
Okay, so what if I come right down straight and ask you why would you say that or
Oh my god,
something
dude.
like that?
Are you accusing me being fake when you say that?
I would be accusing you of using something from the internet to make me feel bad or to make me react in a certain way.
And does that make you think I'm a catfish and fake?
No, because honestly, I don't think you're
Yes.
fake. I don't
Yeah,
think you can.
come to me with that. Great. Well, you can come to me with that. But if you have any doubt that I'm real,
Real.
then just don't talk to me. Or have probation reach out to me with your concerns, and that way we can get it all squashed, and we don't have to have any concerns at all that I'm fake, okay?
Okay. Jesus. Okay. But I'm going to give you an example of something.
Oh my god.
That gargoyle,
All right, give me your
that gargoyle
Okay.
crap that you said the other day,
That
yesterday.
gargoyle crap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's all the same shit that Jamie and Will said.
Okay,
Insulting my
so
appearance
two
is
people
what
can't
Jamie and
come
Will
to the
did.
same conclusion
So
that you have disgusting feet. Is that what you're saying?
Two people come to the conclusion, but what I was telling you is there was almost word for word what you said and what they said.
Okay, so what that says to me is that two separate people came to the conclusion that you have gargoyle feet. So maybe instead of accusing me of being fake, you should look at your feet and decide how to take care of them better so that no one ever says they're gargoyle feet ever again, okay?
Casey, look,
okay.
you don't need to talk to me like I'm a kid.
He does. She does. It's the only way you literally pay attention.
I've looked at my feet before. I try to take care of my feet the best I can. You see pictures of my feet then, it's a little more difficult for me to take care of my feet as good as I can now.
Bro, it's
They
not
look
hard
okay.
to take care of your feet,
But
though.
there's
You just
things
don't
that
like
Wash
leave
your-
leave them in a sock
It's hereditary.
For 3
for
weeks to
for
a month.
yeah.
You actually take
Mother
a
had
shower
issues
every
with
day.
her feet.
All right, so you're a whole family of gargoyle feet.
I didn't say my
Is
whole
that
family.
okay?
That's all, baby.
I didn't say my whole
Whatever.
family.
You and your mom. Then you and your mom have gargoyle
Well,
feet. I,
point
if I
being,
say
point being, is nobody should be making fun of what anybody looks like. Period.
Shut up! You try to
There's
fuck a
nobody in this world
kid.
that is perfect.
Nobody should do that.
nobody's perfect,
Nobody's
that's
perfect.
correct. But no one besides you has gargoyle feet, okay?
All right.
And you told Jamie that I was ugly without makeup. So
Yeah,
you
he
did
literally
that
did.
before. You lying piece of shit bitch, okay?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well.
you're not ugly.
Why'd you
I
say
know
it?
I'm not ugly. I'm not
I've never
sensitive
said you were
about it.
ugly.
But when you get called ugly or gargoyle feet, you know it's true, so you get defensive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I was more defensive
Boom.
because
Backtrack.
of it being the same things that.
Yeah, no.
Will
Wait, no.
Jamie
I
said.
didn't mean. Nope.
Okay.
I did not
well,
just take accountability. Absolutely
because
not.
Jamie and I got to the same conclusion that you have disgusting feet doesn't mean that I'm a catfish recording you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, what's the new rule, Lauren?
What's the rule, Lorne?
The new rule is don't call you fake.
And if you think I'm fake, what are you supposed to do?
Tell probation my concerns.
Or
Stop talking to you.
Took him a little while.
there you go.
You had to think about it.
Why you feel
All
like
right.
you can talk to me like a kid?
Because this is the only way I can get you to understand, little buddy.
No, it is not.
Well, because I just talked to you for like 2 hours, bud, and you didn't listen to a goddamn thing I said.
Well,
So when I talked like that, you seem to absorb the information.
Casey, you say I don't listen to a thing you said, and I listen to what you say, but you don't listen to what I say.
Nice, good one.
Okay. Okay.
I listen, but you don't listen
Anything
either.
else?
Huh?
Is there anything else? Any other concerns you might have?
Not right now. You can stop talking to me like I'm a kid.
Okay.
Getting him hard.
Now, you have a good night, right?
All right, you
God, I'm
too.
thinking about kids, Casey.
All right. Sleep tight, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
So, bye.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
Hello?
You okay?
Yeah, am I gonna be okay?
you know, texting to me. You must be pretty mad.
Wow. So
No.
whenever his catfishes are quote unquote
Texting
mad,
me, though. How come?
he thinks it's cute and funny
I just didn't want to. You're being
when they make
annoying.
him mad.
No, I'm being annoying.
It's the
They
end of
make
the
him
world.
mad. They're catfishes.
So I speak my mind and I'm annoying. Right?
I guess so. What did you said you had something important?
Yeah, you need to rush right through it, huh?
Yes.
Well, if it's important.
Well, it was.
Well.
They could have waited till you were off work.
Then it wasn't important.
I am off work.
Oh, you are? Well, you get off work early tonight. Okay, first I got a question for you.
What?
When we had the throuple,
Jesus.
remember I gave you my
There's Jurassic Park in the background.
Yep.
for my bank account?
Yeah.
Did quote unquote Jamie have it too?
I think Will had it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So Will had it too. Did he put any of it on the internet?
No.
Well, no.
Surprise.
Why? Is it on the internet?
I don't know. I don't think so, but he wouldn't be able to have it on there now anyway because they're changed. I changed them a long time ago. I do trust you.
Is my bank account
Who would
information on the
have that
internet?
today?
No, do you want
I'd
it to
still
be?
be
It's like
a lot
this
more
community has been way nicer than it should have been. I mean, I know he didn't have any money to steal,
skeptical
but I mean, they had his bank info. They should have done something shitty with it.
than
But obviously, they don't want to
Well,
actually
no.
give Lauren any legal grounds to do anything.
Of course.
So the argument that we had today did some good.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it probably doesn't make sense to you, huh?
Nope.
How do I explain it? With you showing me how upset you're getting
Oh my god. Shows me that you love me.
stuff and about the catfish. And you mentioned it, and
You want to look at my shit? You know what that tells me? Shows me that you love me.
Hold on for a second.
It helps to let me realize that you really were catfish and you're not lying to me about that, and that this actually means something to you.
What does?
Me and you.
What?
So me and you. That you're not doing this just for some catfish.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really, but I hardly understand what you're saying half the time.
With you bringing up the catfish and you acting the way that you did today with our fight, it helped to let me know that you're not in this because somebody put you up to it to be a catfish. It helped to let me know that you're telling me the truth.
The fight was about Alex.
Huh? Oh, I know. But still, other things were discussed.
Okay.
The other things were talked about, and things were said, and in the process of those things being said, you said some things that made me feel a lot better.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, sure. So, what did you want to talk about? You said you had something important.
Well, wait a minute. Are you just saying sure just to get me to stop talking about it?
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
So it doesn't
Oh,
matter if you
jeez.
understand.
Well, no, it doesn't, because we'll probably have another fight about Alex tomorrow or the next day or the next day, so it doesn't really matter.
Fight him about him. how come you can't understand that? I just want you back away from him. You're sharing things with him that would be nice for you to be sharing with me.
I trust him. I've met him face to
Oh,
face.
you didn't want to hear that. You trust this
It's not
cocksucker?
my fault.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Didn't
not
you
my fault.
get on probation and can't leave Maine? Isn't that entirely your fault?
Didn't you choose to go down and see Jamie first?
You told me to see Jamie first.
Well, what choice did I have?
And you introduced me to Jamie, so that's 100% your fault too.
Wow.
I didn't. Well,
Well,
No.
let's get this straight.
No.
You went ass over tea kettle when you saw a picture of Jamie.
Oh my God, I know.
Okay, so you can't blame that on me.
I'm not blaming it on you.
You was the one that mentioned
you was.
being into a throuple, and I had never even heard of what a throuple.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, well, you agreed
This
to
is all
see
your
the
fault,
throuple.
Casey,
You
by
could
the
have
way.
said no. I would not have seen her without you showing me a picture of her, so that's also your fault. You also wouldn't stop talking to him. You kept messaging Will saying that his pussy belonged to you.
It's true.
So you
It's
It's
tell
one of the
me
most disgusting things ever.
I showed you a picture
Jamie
of her. I didn't
has
think
a
you were gonna
boyfriend
go ass over tea
at this
kettle.
time, and he
Okay.
says, "Tell your boyfriend that I'll always have your heart and your pussy."
Which was very pathetic for him.
Okay.
This guy needs to be put down.
You know, it's really hard for me to hear you say that you trust Alex and you
Dang.
don't trust me. And you knew
Why
me-
would I?
And you knew me before him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that
I knew
extremist?
you for like 3 weeks before then. And I
No.
see him more
This is the
often than I see
new
you. I never
wave.
see you.
We're telling pedophiles to kill themselves on this channel. This is the Jordan identity. Yaha!
I met
Yaha!
you 3 weeks before I met Alex.
You piece of shit.
You piece of
You've actually known me
shit.
for a long time. And
I
you've
just
been,
had me
said I met
caught.
you 3 weeks before meeting him. If I've known you for a long time, I've known him for a long time.
why do you not get what I'm saying? You've known me for a long time, but you've actually been looking at stuff on the internet about me.
What are you talking about?
Some interview
He
you
doesn't
had with
know.
Chris. You told Chris that you
Uh-oh.
noticed that.
This wasn't this Casey. This is the real Casey. Quick, make
You
up
don't
something, blue boy.
understand. Interviews are just interviews. They don't mean anything.
Nice,
I get
good save.
paid to do an interview, I do an interview.
So did Chris pay you to say that?
I don't remember what I said.
No, anyway.
Chris pay you to say that.
Not big.
Did
So
Chris
as I was
pay you to
saying,
say that?
I met you 3 weeks before meeting him. I see him all the time. I talk to him just like I talk to you. And I've never met you. And when we started talking,
You keep saying that.
instantly you told Sue, who then went
That is
online
true.
and told everyone. So you wonder why I can't trust you.
But Casey, when you met Alex,
Nice.
you asked him out to have drinks that night.
Yeah?
How many days in a row did you talk for hours on the phone with him?
I don't know.
And how many days in a row did you talk to hours on the phone with me?
What does time talking on the
All right,
phone
let's-
mean?
Time thief
The
over
length
here.
of time of talking to one person compared to the other. What means you know someone more? I don't know shit about you. I asked you yesterday. You couldn't even think of anything.
Because you were spending time with him and no time with me.
No time.
I can't spend time with you. You're in Maine.
Well, we're spending time on
Spending
the phone.
shit
we're
for time
spending
with
time
me.
together.
Shit for time
That's
with me.
not the same.
Oh, so because he's in California, you spent hours with him on the phone.
No.
Am I losing it? What's happening?
It's upsetting that.
This is mind-numbingly stupid.
Never mind.
What?
It's upsetting that you trust him and you don't trust me.
Why would
And
she?
you and I started out together. And he came in the picture. And
He what?
He came in the picture the same time you came in the picture.
Yeah, he's definitely coming into
Oh, he did
something, that's for
not.
sure.
We weren't even together when I first started talking to him. Because we knew each other for 3 weeks. We were not together until the throuple started.
Big deal if it was 3 weeks. It was you and I.
I'm saying it's not a big deal. The 3 weeks is nothing. We met each other at the same time.
Well, maybe it was something to me.
You
Okay.
would put value on the 3 weeks. I do not.
No.
Oh.
Well, obviously not, because you turned to
Length
him all
of
the
time
time.
doesn't matter if you're more comfortable with someone or you trust someone or not. It doesn't matter how long you knew them.
So you're more
I've known
this
people
guy.
for 15 years I wouldn't trust.
You're more comfortable with him than you are with me.
I don't know. I've never met you. It's different.
Like that cat
How do you
meme.
not see how that's different?
It's different because he's able to be right there, and you spend time with him in person, and
Exactly.
you spend hours on the phone with him.
Never said that, but okay.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's part of it too,
What?
because you spent hours on the phone with him.
Didn't I just say I didn't say that? You just make shit up in your head all the time.
Casey, you told me before that you spent hours on the phone with him.
I said I spent hours on the phone with him. When?
When you first started talking to him.
A year ago?
It wasn't a year ago.
Well, however long it was ago, when I first started talking to you.
When was that? October?
Okay, so back in October.
October or November? September. Maybe September.
which one? Jesus fuck.
Okay, so almost a year ago.
Just doesn't seem like time's gone that fast.
Okay, so I talked to him a few times for a couple hours 9 months ago. And that means I do it all the time.
You're the one that said you was doing
Yep.
it, that you've done it. It
God.
was nights in a row that you did it.
Okay.
So how much time do you spend with him now?
When?
Seems like every other day you're hanging around with him.
No.
How often?
I don't know. Whenever I have free time, why does it matter?
Ooh, whenever you have free time, you're spending all your free time with this
It
cocksucker.
doesn't.
Yeah, see, so whenever you
You've already
spend
done
any free time
sexual
you
shit
got, you
with him,
spend it
so
with
of
him.
course it matters.
No, it doesn't.
It does too.
Well, it doesn't matter to me.
That's the problem.
You gonna say that you'll never do sexual shit with him
Oh.
again?
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, that's not what Lauren wanted to hear.
Are you telling me that so long as I'm in the picture, nothing's gonna happen with you and him?
I don't know.
No, it's not what I was wanting to hear.
All right. Well, what do you want to hear? And I'll just repeat that.
No, because I don't want you to just repeat it. I want to come from you.
Okay, well, then it won't, because she's not going to say it
That
ever.
came from me and you didn't like it.
Huh? You what?
Do what?
Nothing.
What? What'd you say?
I said that just came from me and you didn't like it. You're like, that's not what I want to hear. So just tell me what you want to hear. And then I'll just say that to you.
Why? Just so I hear what I want to hear?
It's never going to end otherwise.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't want to hear
want.
that. Well, what do you want to hear? Oh, you just want to say what I want to hear? Really?
That's what I'm saying.
Really?
As long as you
Are you fucking kidding
we
me?
get all confused here with this, too.
Are you
because,
fucking joking
you were
me?
saying that we were dating before, and then today you said we're not even dating.
I've told you since we started talking again, I'm not having any more phone relationships. Not after all that catfish and bullshit. I'm not doing it again.
Now, that had nothing to do with me.
It absolutely did.
What do you mean it had nothing to do with
I was the
you?
one being catfished.
Okay, so yes.
Okay, well, it was all
I mean, that's
bullshit,
clearly
and I
something to do
didn't
with you.
like
You
it.
were a part of it.
Yeah. So how do you think I liked it?
You loved it.
When it was
You
both of
loved
us
it.
doing
You were catfish for 10 years. You loved being catfish.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
You really think I knew what was going on? They wouldn't let me on the internet. I couldn't
You found
see
out
anything.
Ramona was fake. You kept talking to her. You found out Winnie wasn't really me. You kept talking to her. Emma's been 15 people. You kept talking to her. So, yeah, I think you kind of like it.
I wanted to believe that people were going to stop lying.
Oh.
Well, then you're stupid.
Oh.
Because why would they stop lying to you? You think that they contacted you
Maybe because
for
they
anything
grew-
other than to laugh and make fun of you?
maybe
And that
because-
when you found out, you thought they were going to come clean and fall in love with you?
maybe because they grow a conscience.
Dude,
None of them
everyone
did.
with a conscience
draw a line.
is against you.
What, consider everybody on Earth a liar?
Not everyone, just everyone that, has catfished you from the Church of God that you knew were from the Church of God.
Yeah, Emma literally introduced herself as, "Hi, I'm from the Church of
Jamie, I didn't know.
God."
What a
Okay.
fucking fool. Hey, she fooled you too.
Yeah. Which is why I'm not having any more phone relationships.
Yep, she ruined it for everyone.
It's not hard to get fooled by these people then when they sit around and they figure out what to do.
Well, it only took me one time to be fooled. You've been fooled like 15 times.
Casey, you had to go there. You went there before you knew what was going on.
Dude, you
you
showed up to the
found out.
airport. You would have
Yeah.
gone there.
If
You
not,
can't leave the
it would have been
state.
still continuing.
Okay, yeah.
So see,
See?
it's not hard for them
Yeah,
to fool
I'm saying it
people.
only took me one time to realize that I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah, well,
thankful that you're the last time that I'm doing it.
So what was the important thing?
Jesus, you are just in a rush to get off the phone with me, aren't you?
yes.
Important, what is it?
You want to know something personal about me.
Oh my
I
God.
still haven't thought of anything personal that you're looking for other than physical, like my teeth.
Physico.
Nobody knows about my teeth but you.
That's not true. We all
What do you
know
mean no
about
one
your
knows
teeth.
about your teeth? There's pictures of your teeth on the internet.
Yeah, they think my teeth are in really bad shape. My teeth are not in bad shape. They're stained.
They're just
But they are
stained.
What?
My teeth are stained, and that front one was a crown. That's why that's
Take a
off
picture of
color.
your teeth right now and send it to me then.
No.
Take a
No.
picture of your teeth
No,
right
but-
now and send it to me then.
No, did that
Exactly.
once.
No.
No, I trust you.
No, because what do you think is going to happen if you send it to me?
I don't. Doesn't matter if you put them on the internet or not. They're already on there. Remember?
Yeah, but you said no one knows. You said they're different now, so let me see them.
They're not different right now. I haven't had anything done yet.
Okay.
But you heard
Then
that
what
word.
do they know about them?
Oh my
But they don't
God.
know about your teeth. They know everything about your teeth.
No, they don't either. They don't have my dental records.
The dental records, yeah, sure, they don't have dental records, but they see your teeth.
They see them. They still don't know what's going on with
I don't need to know what's medically wrong with them.
them. Good, because there's nothing medically wrong with them only
Other
thing
than the
that's wrong
fact that
with
they
them
were
is they're
fucking
stained
broken.
from coffee
Rotting.
and cigarettes.
Yeah,
The only thing that's wrong with them.
yeah, and they know that.
They're stained after 30 years.
And they're chipped and they're broken.
That's just from a cavity.
that big fucking sideways tooth is from a cavity.
Front tooth.
God damn.
That's what happened with my other front tooth. I had a cavity on it, and part of it chipped off, and then
How big was this fucking cavity?
Because I hit my tooth on something, and
I call him a root canal, Lauren.
You hit
Yeah,
your
well-
tooth on something?
This character is
I hit my-
dead because there's a piece stuck in there and I can't get out.
something really
I
hard.
can't connect.
I wound up
Rest in peace.
chipping the bigger chip out of it. So
You don't
Rest in
remember.
pieces.
I don't remember what it was I hit my tooth on.
Your fucking
I was
steering
putting
wheel,
something up in my
dumbass.
mouth. I don't remember what it
Sucking
was.
on the steering wheel as you were
So I can
driving
just
your
look
drunk
your teeth
brother
up on the
and
website
while you were
and figure
drunk.
out exactly what happened.
While you were pissed,
Huh?
drunk, blackout
I
drunk,
said I could just
driving
look
your.
your teeth up on the
also prep
website and
drunk
figure out
brother.
exactly what happened.
No, you can't.
Pull that
Okay.
picture up, Jamie. Pull that one up.
That's something I never told anybody.
I never told
That
anybody.
Alright, well, let's
that
see
fucking
then.
drawing is so
Okay,
great.
go ahead and
I
look
love
at
the
it.
drawing of the crash.
It is. It was Roy
Actually, I
fucking
don't think
spilled
I've
by
even told
all the
anybody
beer
about
cans.
having cavities on my front teeth. My other one has a filling.
What do you think?
He was going to put a filling in the one
That's
that has
pretty
a
good.
crown on it until
Like
the
how
guy
it
said the
like
idea
full.
that
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like this is the
go
whole
down to the
building, but then
bone.
you can open it up for like
then
larger
put
display.
a crown on it, and
And it also
Don't
looks
have to
good
worry
whenever
about it
you like fold it
being a
over.
cavity
Like it looks like
Don't
a
have to worry
side
about
part.
chipping
You know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Like a
It's pretty good.
Let's go
Because
ahead
yeah,
and
this
try it.
looks like two sort of buildings next to each other if you just have it laid flat like this. But if you have like a more
Use
walk
straight
around
football,
sort
all
of
that
view of it,
10
you can
years,
close it and just make it
never
one
fell
building
out.
and put it next to the other one.
But
Because I already built the
it's
panda
also
one. So.
doesn't never match my other teeth like I
Like
want
it.
it to. So, but that's something I'm gonna be getting fixed. And I've had a couple molars pulled, and I've had 2 of my wisdom teeth taken
Why
out.
would you need your molars pulled though?
That's the only thing that's wrong with my teeth.
That's the
Okay,
only
right
thing.
here. You told
I mean,
Winnie when you crashed into
I
that
already
house,
admitted
you hit your
this
face on the
to
steering wheel.
one of the things where I kind of have like a Lauren
yeah,
tooth
that's
going
the
on. It sticks out further because I chipped it when I was a kid.
Yeah, that cracked it.
I told you I was able to find it. It took me
Cracked it.
3 seconds.
Yeah, but it cracked.
That cracked it.
Crack it.
I'm surprised.
At least all the rest of your teeth are all right though.
I
Not
don't
Lauren.
tell anybody about
Yeah.
that.
I was saying it's like.
Probably because you were hammered.
I wasn't hammered.
What do you mean you wasn't hammered?
My
You
blood
were a
alcohol
sip
content
over.
was 0.09878.
That's
And then when you
massive
That's
for
almost
someone
10%.
for
That's
someone
almost 10% of your blood.
for someone who didn't drink for the past 8 hours, according to him.
Over 0.08.
All right, so what did you just say? What was the
Also,
the last
0.98
units?
is not a sip over 0.8.
You were
That's
what?
another 2%. That's 20% more.
Over.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. So it's legally it's drunk.
Okay, so there you
Legally
go.
it's intoxicated, not drunk, but intoxicated.
Oh my god! Oh my
Jesus.
god! Oh my
If it's
god!
intoxicated enough to make it not legal.
This is what I mean when I say you can never take responsibility for anything.
I took responsibility for it.
The legal definition is what counts, dumbass.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but
You were intoxicated and I'm drunk. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Anything to fucking delude
That's a
yourself. You just
D. That's what is that? Is that a
you just yourself over and
DWI?
over
Driving
again until
while
you believe 'em.
intoxicated, rather than
After one beer,
a DUI.
you consider
he should
yourself
get
drunk?
every time he gets in the car,
No.
he
Exactly.
he should get a
After 18
DWAP.
beers? Yeah, I would.
Driving while a
After 5
pedophile.
beers, yes, I would.
But isn't that like the legal
Yes,
difference?
I
Is
would.
like if you're too drunk, that's DWI instead of a
So you
DUI.
don't blow a 0.9 on one
Oh, I never knew
beer,
the difference.
So
That
you
sounds
took you
interesting.
that long to get to a 0.9.
I thought the
I
difference was
probably
always the type of substance, like
Not
alcohol
going-
versus weed
Oh.
or and
That
other
could be.
impairment.
0.09, whatever. That's what I meant.
Okay, legal limit is 0.08. 0.08.
And you were over it.
You blew a 0.9.
Yeah.
And you said you haven't drank for hours, which means God only knows what it was at the peak of your drunkenness.
I fell asleep.
If
That's
you have
how I got.
0.09 after 8 hours.
Okay, yeah. So it's
I
yeah.
fell
Okay.
asleep. That's how I went off the road.
Great.
I fell asleep.
But yes, I was.
Us
yeah, so
Armstrong
I
boys
legally
don't
drunk.
hit women. We just
There.
drive
Are you
drunk
happy?
always.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you were honest about something instead of
Right,
trying to come up
okay.
with a stupid excuse.
Yeah. So
No,
I know what the
it's
difference is
not
now.
a matter of coming up with.
Enlighten me, please.
Drunk.
So it depends on the state and the jurisdiction.
Oh.
DUI is like a lesser charge.
Oh,
Either for general drug
Not
use
exactly
to
what
the
you
point of
want to say.
impairment during driving, or it also
Right.
can count alcohol. But if you're like just like a little bit
Sure.
over,
Gotcha.
I don't
DWI
care.
is when you are very
Yeah,
drunk.
it's not what I wanted to hear.
I see.
And I think
That is just very-
when I saw it's just alcohol.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
Gotcha,
you
gotcha.
drunk.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it depends. It depends on the
I
jurisdiction.
just
They
wish
use
you
them.
weren't so
Some
stupid.
places don't use DUI. They use DWI. I think.
You
I don't
think
know.
I'm stupid?
I'd have to look more
I'm
into
far from it.
I'm far from
I
stupid.
just don't agree with some certain things.
So he probably got
Okay.
off light, knowing
They might be right
wherever he
some
lived.
ways,
Yeah, he
but
spent
some
the
ways
spent the night in jail. That was
they're
it.
wrong. I understand
Despite
the ways that they
flying
think they're right,
over a guardrail into someone's house.
but I also look at the other point of view.
I'm telling you, there's
Does that make sense?
there's something going on in
Was
Maine.
that in Maine?
Yeah.
That wasn't Maine, right?
There's something going on in Maine where they just like don't take crime seriously, I guess.
One
Yeah.
person says when there's so many people in the world saying other things.
All these other people doing all this other shit. Oh, but I had already finished the model, so we're ending up on episode 36. Another frustrating run of this bullshit. I mean, this guy's insane. I would say that this was a bit more entertaining than the last group. The last group was like right when the thruple cracked, so it was like a bunch of like annoying. Also, it was a totally out of order. But I think once like the thruple ended, and like he's going through all that. They're trying to do the repairing the Casey character so that they can continue to catfish him, because somehow Casey slips through all this bullshit. Like beyond, beyond freaking what was expected of how stupid Lorne is. So this one kind of steadied out a bit, constantly just pleading for Casey to come up there to Maine to see him. And then Casey's like, fucking dude, tell probation to contact me and we'll get this sorted. And he's like, it's not going to work. So probation never ever said, we need you to get your girlfriends up here. All they've said to him is, you need to stop talking to these people, because they know with a fucking 0% margin of error that all these women he's talking to are fake. So they're not telling him, yeah, Lauren, come up here. Haha. They're telling him, stop talking to him. And then Lauren's like, well, I'll show you. I'll have him come up here. So it's all in Lauren's head, all this bullshit. It's not surprising. Yeah. So you have any closing thoughts? We're about like almost halfway through these 87 calls.
I like how there were 87 of them.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite things about it. I don't know. It's these never fail to like amuse me. Like I know all like the drama and stuff that happened with Blue Boy, but like just like the Emmer calls and just like all the other ones, and I mean, I think it's good. A lot of people talk about how Blue Boy was lazy in the catfish, how he like didn't set up a lot of stuff, but it is still interesting to see how little Casey seems to care about him at all, and he's still like completely latched on. So there's always like a different angle that every catfish has, and a lot of times, especially before the Jamie stuff, everyone was under the assumption that you needed to baby him a little bit to keep him on the hook, and that's just not the case at all. And it gets even clearer the longer it went on, the less Jamie gave a shit about him. And then with Casey doesn't give him anything, like a single morsel of affection, and he still talks to her for a whole year. And Blue Boy goes out of his way he does make some conversation, but like he makes Casey like practically the complete opposite.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
And Lauren just doesn't care.
She wants him to put his dogs down when Lauren's like, those are my pedo tools. What are you talking about?
Lauren, like, just that's all I got.
That's good. It's a good cap. Small model. So that one went pretty well. I think it didn't take as long as the panda one. It's about roughly the same size. A lot less stickers. I think that's what did it. So we'll pick up on the Casey calls, the next model I want to build. I have 4 more here. Another package just came in literally in the middle of this. I had to step up, had to pause and go grab it. But I've got 3 more of those same style of those mini blocks that is like some Japanese storefront. And a much bigger one. So I've got plenty of sets to go through to get through the rest of these 50 calls. So look forward to that if you're enjoying this, I suppose. For this little chunk, I'm going to give them 3 big yahas. I think, oh shit, there was like one specific moment that I thought was great. Actually, you know what? Since I can't bring it up, it must not have been that great, so I'm going to give it 2.5 yahas. Yaha! Yaha! Ah! that tickled me way more than I thought it would. I'm the Jordan Identity. That was GravyTrain. I gave him plenty of opportunity to sign off, and he didn't get where I'm out.